Hello, hello.
What's going on, man?
Silas, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. I haven't gone live yet. Can you talk? I want to make sure your audio is good before I hit the live button.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. Everything is good.
All
But
right.
you got but you got the Coliseum behind you.
Yeah. Yep. 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 All right. All right. Let me see. I'm about to hit the live. Let's
Yeah,
see.
Jesse asked me to go to work. He got me over here fucking standing up over here instead of sitting down over there.
All right. I'm adjusting everything really quick and all
I don't
right.
want to take a chance on the tablet because this shit it hasn't worked in the last 3 or 4 days.
Nah, for sure, for sure. I'm glad. Yeah, no, and this picture's a lot clearer, so I'm glad you were able to jump on this one. Let me
Yeah,
see
a
here.
couple people didn't go to work today, so it's a couple people out here. Usually it's fucking empty.
Man, that's not that.
It still is, but it
Yeah.
still is. But two people they didn't run vote for I guess one class, and they got two people out here that be getting on.
All right, all right. Hey, so I want to go ahead and welcome Silas Johnson to a brand new episode of You Have a Collect Call from. Man, how you doing today, Silas? Man, I've had a few
Why?
people hit me up and ask, what's up with you, what's going on. Have you heard anything about Silas? When is he gonna get out? I'm like, man, I know as much as you guys right now at this point.
Man, I'm white knuckling it, man. I mean, and imagine what that look like. You see how dark my hands are, man. I'm white knuckling it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's man, it's been a ride, man. I think I got a couple ulcers.
That's no bueno, man. I'm not sure if you can see yourself back there, but we got you on the
Yeah,
background right
yeah,
there, so everybody could see you. Because I'm running on multiple, platforms. But man, I want to go ahead and thank you, for joining us and sharing your this roller coaster of experiences that you're currently going through. I can't say that I could imagine what what it's like, but man. I think this is probably going to be the closest I'm ever going to get to, the feeling that you're going through.
Man, trust me, I wouldn't give anybody this feeling. I mean, I don't know what it feels like on the other side of this, man, but I tell you what, I wouldn't give anybody this feeling right here for sure, man. This is a bit much, man. I mean, hopefully it all pays off, man. But yeah, this right here. This is agonizing.
Right. I'm not sure if you can see the messages coming up on the screen. I know they're too little for you to read them. Uh,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
but yeah, let me read some of these messages off to you right here. We got Becky. She says, "Man, I can't imagine." Let me see right here. We got who else? We got Becca, and she writes, "God, got you, Silas." Let me see right here, and then somebody's asking, "Is this the guy from last night's live?" Nah, this isn't. We were watching some border parole hearings last night, so
Yeah.
we had one guy
Nah,
that he wigged out, man.
nah. This ain't that guy. This ain't that guy, man. Nah, man. This ain't him.
Man, thank you. Let me see what else do we got right here. We got Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa, how you doing today? Let me see. Hoover Clips is asking, how we doing, brother? Uh, how was
Man,
work?
I'm hanging ten, man. I'm hanging ten, man. Just just hanging on until the finish line, man.
That's right. Let me see. And then Vanessa is also asking, how are you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right. It's just, I mean, this whole process, man. The suspense is killing me. This whole process has been excruciating, man. Like, man, like I'm saying, man, I probably burned a hole in my stomach, like just worrying and just agonizing and just the anxiety and nerves all balled up into one. It's not for the faint of heart, man. I wouldn't recommend it. You know.
Right. Let me see. We got a question or we got a comment from Jenna, and Jenna's writing. I never get to see Silas before. Only his voice. I'm praying for you. Nice to put a face to his name.
Hey, I appreciate that, Jenna. Thank you for your prayers and for your well wishes. It's definitely appreciated and well received. So thank you very much.
Vanessa wrote, tell him to hang in there. We support him. Let me see. We got a comment from Angel, and he writes, Trails and tribulations after this. Are you good?
man, yeah, that's what I'm wishing. That's what I'm wishing and hoping and praying for, man. Like, man, if I was telling, I was telling my partner last night. Like, I told her if I can make it through this, man, everything else by comparison out there is gonna be easy, man. Like, I'm gonna be on autopilot.
No, you know what, and yeah, and that's true right there, because it definitely, definitely tests your patience. Um, and out here, man, it's vicious out here. A lot of people are going through things. People can't, pay their rent. Buy groceries and whatnot. So, going through something like that is definitely going to give you, patience, and being able to deal with the chaoticness out here in the real world.
Yeah, I think. I mean, that's the one thing this process builds in you. It builds resilience. If you don't get anything else from this experience, I mean, you should get a reservoir of endurance and resilience, man. And I mean, going through this after this experience, I mean, hell, getting turned down from a job or not getting accepted into a certain university, or I mean, getting the door slammed in your face. I can get a million doors slammed in my face and have a smile on my face, man. I like nothing can phase me after this.
We got from my ashes in the chat right there. If you guys want to follow Silas's progress once he does come out, definitely follow that account right there, from my ashes. I pinned the comment on the top of the comments. So we were trying to get him to 500 before he comes home, so he could go ahead and start dropping those gems on us. Once he does walk out them gates, gets off that van.
Man, I appreciate it for sure. For sure. It's definitely gonna be a ride. It's definitely gonna be a ride, man. Yeah, y'all gonna see a lot more than this bland background behind me, guaranteed, man. I'm gonna take y'all on a ride with me.
Let me see. Let me see. Shay wants to know, how long have you been in there?
Uh, 24 years and going on 9 months now, almost 25 years.
Does it feel real that you've been in there that long? Like when you think about
Uh,
like the time.
it does. It does. I gotta say though, like I've been probably these last 3 to 5 years, I've been feeling it more than at any time being down. I mean, I had a hard period. Like for the better part of 7.5 years, you know, I spent in the shoe. Besides like what 3 months. I was out 3 months, 18 months in the shoe, out 3 months, and went back for another 5.5. So that was a rough period. But like these last five, man, have been really they they've been instrumental in me, in teaching me everything that I needed to go out there and get it for the rest of my life. But I mean, I can't front, man. It's been rough, man.
You know what? And you mentioned, being in the shoe. How long were you in there for, and how do you deal with being isolated?
Just your mind, man. The mind is the most powerful muscle in the body, man. Like I mean, it's mind over matter. You just got to condition yourself to not. I mean, how I survived in there is I mean, particularly like the 5.5 that I did in Corcoran shoot, is I just conditioned myself not to want or need anything outside of myself. You know what I mean? I mean, we had yard, but the yards were like in, basically big giant dog cages with sinks and toilets. You were chained and cuffed up everywhere you went, whether it was to medical, whether it was to visiting behind glass, whether it was, anywhere you went, you were chained before you got outside of the cell. And so I just taught myself to have everything I needed. I mean, I showered in my cell. I worked out in my cell. I studied in my cell. Hell, I wrote probably 75% of my first book in the cell. I just taught myself not to want or desire anything outside of that cell, and use my imagination and cultivate all of my talents, and educate myself. And that kind of, for me, being self-contained in that little bubble, I just made that cell my whole world. And doing that, I was, I mean, obviously I was writing letters and sending letters out and receiving letters, and people, my family supported me. They were tremendous during that time. But I just taught myself not to need anything outside of that, man. And you know, and then I
Yeah.
was cool.
And you mentioned writing a book. Like, how do you do that from behind behind them them walls? Somebody can't even do that out here. Like, how is somebody able to do that from behind the walls?
I think. I think a lot of times in here, I mean, I think a lot of people sleep in prison, right? A lot of people sleep their time away in prison, right? Because they, because they that's the only place where you're like kind of free. You know what I mean? And so being able to tap into your imagination, is like that's pretty much all you have is your thoughts, your memories, your hopes, your dreams, and so just tapping into that and figuring out a way to bring all of that from inside of your head, out into the world into existence. And initially, I didn't plan on writing a book. I was just writing poetry. Just to stave off boredom and to help. With just the monotony of every day. But I mean, eventually, as I was compiling things and I got out of the shoe, I looked at it and figured, hey, I got something here. I could do something with this. So it wasn't like I just sat down and said, okay, I'm gonna write a book. I think I was talking to somebody and I was just saying like commenting on because I mean you read just a ridiculous amount back there, and I would read and I would tell people my neighbors, hey man, I just read this book and it was all right, man, but I could do way better than that. And I said that about 4 or 5 different books, and he was like, well, why don't you? You know what I mean? And I was like, well, okay. So yeah, it was just a number of things.
And would you mind sharing what the book's about that you wrote about, yeah, or even the title, just in case anybody's watching here and they're interested in picking up some of your work, they know where to
So
look for it.
So the title of my first book is called A River's Light in the Barren Tunnel, Elegies and Effigy, and it's a poetry and composition book, and it just essentially it's a metaphoric travel for me through my life and through incarceration and just bringing my imagination to life through parable and just sharing a little bit of my experiences, whether it be my romantic life, my disappointment with interpersonal relationships, gangland culture, or what I mean. So I just pretty much just parable everything and put it in a metaphor and turned it into art. So yeah, you can pick that up on Amazon. You can pick it up at Barnes and Noble online. You anywhere you can go online and just punch in Silas M. Johnson and it'll come up. It's the cover is a lake with a red and black background, mountain range, and the moon, and yeah, so that's me.
Yeah, I just saw a comment right here from Patricia, and she says, "I got that book. It's a great book."
Hey, I appreciate your support, Patricia. Definitely, definitely, I appreciate your support. Yeah, it's deeply personal. It's something that I was kind of reticent, kind of hesitant to put out at first, but I think everybody ultimately wants to be known, and so that's my little contribution. I got something coming down the pipe, and that's a little bit different. It's a horror novel next, and yeah, I'm excited about that, and it's kind of on hold right now, just because I mean, this whole process has just been so overwhelming, but I'll be back to work shortly.
And I want to go ahead and thank everybody that's dropping hellos in the chat. Highly appreciate you guys. I'm not ignoring you. It's just our time is limited here with Silas. As you guys can see, the clock is ticking right now. We got about 51 seconds before this call gets cut off. But are you able to hit us back, Silas, so we could go ahead and continue, or is somebody up
Yeah,
next?
somebody is next, but I'm gonna see if I could double back. As a matter of fact, he left. He's not even over here. So
Okay.
yeah, we just gonna run it back.
All right, cool. Then we'll be on the lookout. Let me ask you a question. Since you're in prison,
Okay.
and when I think about prison, it's like a scary place because it's the unknown. I've never been there. Can you share with us the scariest situation you've ever witnessed or been involved in while being in prison?
Okay. Wow. That's a tough list to compile. That's a tough list for number one in here.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
All right, all right, all right. So the call was the video call was came to an end right now, but he should be hitting us back up. As soon as he does hit us back up, we'll go ahead and continue right now. T and Co, Shelby. Let me see. How does this happen next? Let me see. Prison is horrible. Every other day it seems like my husband sees. Whoa, damn, that's awful. That's awful. Let me see. Hey, what's up, Kim? How's it going? So right now we're waiting for Silas to hit us back up. Once he does hit us back up, we'll go ahead and go ahead and continue right now. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. What's up, Captain Austin? How are you doing today? Let me see. Molly, what did he do? Molly, he took somebody's life when he was in his early 20s, and he's been in prison. He was sentenced to I think it was I think like over 20 years and 20 years to life, I believe, if I'm correct, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll go ahead and double check with him right now when he calls back. Hey, what's up, Christina? How are you doing today? Patricia, hey, I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I've been off for the last few days, so let me see. I mean, are you in contact with these and arrange video calls? Yeah. Silas, I've been talking to Silas for the last 2 years. Following his journey. So here he is. He's calling right back. Let me see how much money I got on my account right now. I got okay, cool. I got $5.12. So we'll be good. Hello, hello.
All right. Yeah. So I was just thinking, right? Man, it's been a lot, but and I mean, obviously, I've seen and unfortunately been a part of like many incidents in here, and but for me, probably the most sobering. I won't say like probably frightening, but the most sobering experience was getting to North Kern, the reception center, the prison in Delano, and so we get there off of the county bus, and they process us. We're there in the holding tanks for maybe a few hours, and they're walking us over to B yard, and there's like a octagon where you have access to all the different yards, and so the SEALs walk us through to B, and we're walking down the corridor. It's like an outside hallway, and as soon as we get like towards the end, I look up and there's a catwalk and there's a CO with a Mini 14 up there, and I see the no warning shots. And for me, that was like wow, like this is for keeps. Like he has that gun to shoot people. Like this is, you know what I mean? Like this is for keeps. And like that was probably like one of the most sobering moments to let me know like this is not camp. This ain't juvenile hall. This ain't the county jail. This is for real. You know. So that probably was most intimidating moment for me.
And you mentioned that. Did you at any point throughout your 24 years did you ever see that Mini 14 used on somebody, or the aftermath of that being used on somebody?
Somebody was, uh, I, I, somebody in in Salinas Valley and in Kern Valley. So twice, two different times. And yeah, it's not for play.
Right.
It ain't no game, you know. And yeah, you're not getting it. It ain't no speedy recoveries after that, man. I
Yeah.
can tell you that right
Let me see. I got a question from Jenna. Jenna's asking. I'm excited to see his journey. What are the next steps for his release?
now. Well, I'm on day 149, so 150 will be Monday because of the weekend. And yeah, so the next step is hopefully me being processed out after Monday. I mean, I can get a notice any day today or Monday. So yeah, so after that it'll be anywhere from like 5 days, I think, to 2 weeks. And yeah, so that's it. That's it.
You're
I
coming.
mean, anything can happen within these last 2 days. But I mean, fingers crossed, knock on wood. I mean, that's gonna be the process.
Yeah, yeah, man. Man, yeah, every day I get a call from you, man. I'm hoping is that call like, hey, they told me I'm gonna get a release this date, and I'm gonna be out.
Man, yeah, this ain't. Unfortunately, this ain't like the county jail where I can hit you and like, hey, I'm outside, man, come get me.
Yeah, man. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Miss is asking, is they any more coming out on after him? Oh no, it's just Silas right now. Silas is pretty much the. I've been focusing on him for the last few months. So yeah, nah, nobody else is gonna be videoing in after Silas gets off.
Sorry to disappoint, but hey, I'll be tapping in on the regular, man. I'll be I'll be falling through with James on the regular, man, and so yeah, so definitely stay tuned because I'll be able to. Hopefully, I'll be able to get an in studio interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, that for sure. for sure, man. I don't know. Like, I'm hoping they tell you today, like, hey, you know what? The governor's he's gonna go on vacation, so he went ahead and sent back a notice that he's not gonna take any action. So you're gonna be walking out of them gates on Monday, man. That would be ideal right there for me to hear.
Yeah, man, that would be beautiful, man. That'd be a beautiful thing. But yeah, hopefully that occurs. But man, until then, man, I'm just trying to just woosah, man, just trying to get my zen going. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, man. Let me ask you something. So you mentioned you're on day 149 right now of from the time that you were found suitable by the board of parole, to come home. Is there anything that happened in your board of parole hearing, or maybe something that the board member said to you when they found you suitable that stuck out to you?
Um, probably probably just what what the commissioner mentioned about my transition, from where I was to where I am right now. Um, I mean, everything that I do for myself and for my family. But it felt really good to be acknowledged. You know what I mean, for the efforts that I'm making. I mean, it felt really good to be recognized, to be seen. Like, hey, this side of the coin was bad. But on the same token, like, we've seen that you put a ton of work into rebuilding yourself, and like, to have that acknowledged was pretty huge for me.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I think like last week I was reading Silas's board of parole transcripts, and while I was going through them, some of the things that were said in that board hearing, I was laughing. Like when the board of parole mentioned they you had mentioned a word. I don't remember what the word was exactly, but they wanted you to tell them what that
Power thrust.
power thrusting. And I was like,
Yeah.
man, I wasn't surprised. I mean, just the way you speak and whatnot, just hearing that you dropped a word that they weren't familiar with, or somebody hasn't mentioned before in the board of parole hearings. I was like, man, that's right, that's Silas right there, that's Silas all the way.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised too, but I mean, I think it's just, and it's not just me. Like, it's all of the lifers here that's, I mean, some of that have gone home. I mean, a handful that have gone home, and a handful that are still left here. Like, I mean, it's not about just the parole, the board process. It's about us, embodying our transformation and living it every day. Like, we're not trying to learn the script to go in there and try and get beat the machine. You know what I mean? Nobody's looking for a cheat code. Everybody is just. I think once you live in a certain way, like, it's just evident in everything you do, from the way that you walk, the way that you talk. You know what I mean? Your actions, like, it's just apparent. So, I mean, I think that's just a byproduct of. I mean, I can't take all the credit for that. I mean, I've had a lot of people along the way. My professors. My 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 associates here. So, I mean, my parents, my family, my brothers. My lover. She. I've had a lot of support throughout this process. So
Got a question from Stash Silas. Does he have somewhere to go? I hope so.
I hope so too. Yeah, yeah. I'm, James is me. I'm rooming with James now. Um, no, I'm going into transitional housing, and I'm required to be there for at least 6 months. I'm probably gonna try and stay a little bit longer, just so I can get stable in school, and get into a nice groove at work, and save up some money, because I know rent is ridiculous out there, and I'm not trying to move in with either of my brothers. Like, I'm going for dolo. I'm doing this on my own. So yeah, probably in the transitional from like 6 to 9 months. But yeah, I have a few places to go.
And how does that work? Is going into a transitional house, is that optional, or is it mandatory? Is there any wiggle room when it comes to that?
I mean, well, it's not mandatory, but it's mandatory. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, it's kind of like when I was younger and my dad asked me, "Hey, buddy, you want to clean up your room?" it wasn't a suggestion. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
you know, he wasn't asking. But yeah, so yeah, it's required to help long-term offenders reacclimate into the community. And for me, like I gotta say, like I I wouldn't have it any other way. I think I need some time to decompress and like slowly get back into the groove of things. I have a lot of things that's I have job offers, and I have university studies that are going to help me probably reacclimate quicker than most people. But I definitely am looking for the support. I mean, hell, most notably the free housing. So yeah. I mean, I'm definitely appreciative for the resource.
And let me ask you, so once you do come out, are you planning to seek any type of like mental health, to decompress on the things that you've gone through while being in prison, or help you, back, what is it, acclimate back into society?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a part of my parole plans. My first plan, as soon as I activate my Medi-Cal card, I'm looking for a clinician to sit down with, and hopefully, my plan is to go into therapy like for weekly sessions. Because I mean, I know this experience has been a lot. I mean, pre and post incarceration. And I know I have a lot to kind of come to terms with and reconcile, and I know that. So yeah, I'm majoring in forensic psychology, so I know that I have a lot of stuff to unpack and go in there, and and to just heal from this experience, and to to create a comprehensive plan for moving forward. I think that maintenance is going to be a beautiful thing.
Thank you for sharing that, Silas. Also, for anybody that's just new, that's tapping in right now, if you guys want to go ahead and keep up with Silas once he does come out of once he walks out them gates, gets off that bus, his partner has an account set up, and if you, I pinned it up at the top, and it goes by the name From My Ashes. If you guys want to go ahead and follow Silas through his journey of coming back into society after 24 years.
Yeah, I got leash man in the controls, or woman in the controls, excuse me. Woman in the controls, if that's a term. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, tap in with me, give me a follow, and yeah, like it's not much going on there, but a couple days it's gonna be an explosion of content. So definitely, yeah. So and if you can message me on there, I'll get the message and respond, and yeah, so tap in with me.
For sure. And then a lot of people have been asking, what are you in prison for? That's what everybody's curious, and they want to know, why have you been in prison for such a long time?
So I'm in prison for second degree making someone unalive and first degree robbery. And yeah, so I'm serving a 24 to life sentence for both. For both.
Thank you for sharing that, Silas. And I want to go and give it a shout out to anybody that's sending any daily hearts. Highly appreciate that. It's not required, but it is highly appreciated over here on this side. Tabby Tab, welcome. And then we got a few people saying that they're following already. So shout out to you guys for hitting that follow button.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll talk about my hearts later, Leash.
That's right. Is there anything that you want to share with the audience? I'm not sure how much time we got before the video call, comes to an end. But hey, the mic is yours with anything that you wanna share with the audience right now. We got about 120 people watching on one stream. We got 43 on another, and then we probably have a few people watching on YT. So we got a little bit under 200 people, watching this stream right now.
Man, I just want to thank everybody for for their support.
Damn, they cut it. Ha ha. Damn. That's no bueno. They be doing that sometimes. We still had like a minute left. They cut it. They cut it a little bit early right there. Damn. Let me see. I was about to read off your message right now, Miss Tiny. Highly appreciate you guys. Let me see. So right now, I don't think he's gonna be able to call back right now. Do you guys want to watch some Polk County, Florida court here? Let me see. Let me get my screen over here so we could go over to Polk County, because Polk County should be starting up in the next few minutes. So let me see here. Polk County. Here we go. Let me see, first appearance. Let's see, continue. They used to do that a lot before. As soon as I would jump on these video calls with them, they would pull the plug on them. So I'm glad. I'm glad they at least let us go. You know, do at least a little bit, almost two full video visits. I am grateful for that before they put the plug. Let me see here. So I'm setting up the court right now, so we could go ahead and jump on. So just bear with me here while I make these changes here. Let me see. Let me see here. Get this on the screen for you guys. Let me see. Where is this thing at? Microsoft Teams. I think that's it. Yep. All right. Cool. And let me hide this one here. Okay. Here we go. Okay, got one, and then let me do the other one. Where the hell is it? So I got that. So right now I'm waiting for them to let me in. Hopefully they let me in the next few minutes. All right, we got the screen up right there, so you guys can see that they should be letting us in right now. And let me remove this off of the screen here. Let me see, window preview. Okay, there we go. We got the Coliseum behind us. All right, there we go, guys. So we're ready. We're ready for the court to start. So, you know, while we wait for court, I think I'm gonna do another court. There might be another court going on right now, so we'll just wait. Wow. All right, let me change the screen again. Teams. All right, cool. There we go.
I'm not listening.
Yes, sir. Mr. Clark.
No, I'm
Okay.
not listening to commentary.
Yes, sir.
There's questions to be asked. Ask the question. Mr. Ballot can ask the questions.
Why do you feel like this was out of the jurisdiction?
Because there was never an agreement to meet at 4800 Star Lane. The recorded call clearly proved that the officers knew I wasn't in their jurisdiction.
Sustained.
Where you were pulled over, did you believe that that was within the jurisdiction?
No, sir.
Okay. Where do you remember the officers initiating the traffic stop at?
About a half mile down Transmitter Road.
So it wasn't at the intersection?
No, sir, it was not.
Okay. And you feel Your car was ultimately stopped 3/4 of a mile down the street, right?
Yes, sir.
And it was going to be towed, right?
No, sir, they never told it.
Okay. And why is that?
And they left it sitting on the side of the road.
Okay. And where was the car ultimately picked up at?
Jamie Phillips came and picked up the key from the Panama City Police Department. That key does not unlock the truck when she came. So she had to call a locksmith service to unlock the truck. And the locksmith provided the address of 3032 Transmitter Road, which is obviously 3/4 of a mile away from that intersection.
And that's where you believe that the entire search occurred, right?
Yes, sir.
And based on the Officer Baker's testimony, that would be outside of the zone of their jurisdiction, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that's the basis of your motion?
Yes, sir. Also at 12:18, in Investigator Baker's body worn camera, he can be seen calling in the address or on Transmitter Road across from Avenue C, which
What this guy
pretty
do?
much verifies the exact same location as that receipt.
That it?
No further questions, Your Honor?
Sullivan, any questions?
No question, John.
Or you have any other witnesses?
I don't, Your Honor.
Or any other argument other than what's been in the motion?
I think we would argue that we presented our testimony from Mr. Smith that says that he was stopped, not at the intersection, but a good distance down the road, which would be outside of the jurisdiction of the Panama City Police Department. I believe it's the state's burden to establish that it happened within their jurisdiction, and we haven't been presented any body worn camera to show that the stop happened either at or around the intersection. I believe the officer believes it happened somewhere near there, but there's clearly a gray
What up,
zone
Jenna?
of where the jurisdiction begins and ends. And we believe that it happened outside and therefore warrants suppression.
So,
You haven't been provided body cam that it happened within the jurisdiction, but he wants you to believe that it happened outside, but you haven't been provided any body cam of that either. So the simple fact is you've got testimony from the officer that it occurred, the stop began in the jurisdiction. And the case law that Mr. Ballack cites in his motion about hot pursuit, fresh pursuit, whatever you want to call it, is directly applicable, is only ended outside the jurisdiction because this defendant continued to drive outside of the jurisdiction after law enforcement attempted to stop him within the jurisdiction.
I'll take it under advisement. I'm gonna set up for December 18th at 9 o'clock. You'll have an order.
We've got trial
December 1st. Or you'll have it before December 1st.
Thank you, Judge.
It might be here a while, he might not be.
All right. Mr. Sir, have a seat. Mr. Valley, you can call your next client. That's the case.
We've got Jonathan Bell, Your Honor.
Mr. Bell?
Oh, we're in the Zoom meeting for Polk County, so it hasn't started. Court hasn't started yet, so should be starting in the next few minutes. That's what we're hearing voices. All right. As soon as it starts, as soon as we start hearing a loud commotion, then we'll go ahead and transition over to Polk County. They normally started at in
What will we
about
set for today?
10 a.m. So in
Got a
about 4
suppression
minutes.
motion, Your Honor.
This was a search warrant, is that correct?
Yes.
And so, Mr. Balk, you ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor. It's our understanding in our position that whether this warrant was properly issued, we'd evaluate whether it had a substantial basis to conclude that probable cause existed based on that search warrant. We believe that the search warrant was invalid because the supporting affidavit failed to establish that the confidential informant was reliable. And that
Confidential
there's no good faith exception that would apply in this situation.
Jesus.
We'd further argue that the warrant is predicated on an affidavit that's devoid of factual support or relying on unproven information from an informant, and that the officer's reliance cannot be determined objectively reasonable. We cited several case law that shows that good faith
What up,
exception is
Rivera?
inapplicable where the warrant affidavit lacks specific reliable facts, and another case rejecting that the warrant based solely on an unverified informative tip is not enough to establish probable cause.
Damn, somebody snitched him
And
out.
Mr.
I'm not
you
sure
have
what
filed
court we're
a
on right now.
a
They haven't
response,
said.
and I have viewed the motion to suppress and the response. Basically, the response is is this the one that you're alleging?
Files affidavit where controlled by was conducted with Investigator Baker's personal supervision.
Did he say a
That was
control buy?
That was the basis for this.
Correct. So and I rely on the case of Roger v. State, that's 915 Southern 2nd 278. It says that when a control buy takes place, it obviates the need for you to establish the reliability of the confidential informant.
Mr. Ballard? Mr. Ballard?
Hey, what up, Dan? How's it going?
Your argument as far as the state's argument that there was a controlled buy?
Control
No,
buy.
We would refute that controlled buy was sufficient to establish probable cause. And I guess we'd had to establish or file another motion requesting the recordings and video evidence of that controlled buy. We believe that it happened around the corner and there's no way to keep visual contact on the confidential informant and then that confidential informant's
So
information.
you abandoned this motion and you're gonna file another one?
We'd like to, Your Honor.
All right. We'll can you want to do this in December or January?
December.
All right, December 19th at 9 o'clock.
Damn, the wheels of justice are definitely moving quick in this place here. December. That's right around the corner.
All right, sir, have a seat. Mr. Ballard's got some more cases.
You know, being in jail during the holidays is probably one of the most depressing
I
times
believe we have a plea agreement for our next case.
Come on up, sir.
in that place.
This is Mr. Jason Addison, Your Honor.
If you will. What up, John Boy? Judge, yeah, this judge is not playing. Hey, thank you for my ashes. Yeah, the CDC, yeah, they cut the video. They said lights out. With that, we were out. We didn't have any choice in the matter. But we only had like a minute left, so it wasn't too bad. I would rather for them to cut it, you know, when we're about to finish the video call, opposed to them cutting it as soon as we jump on.
In like the 3:30 range, or
Oh, who sent that? Dang, making it rain up in here. Let me see.
Your Honor, this is Jason Addison, 24 CF 3997.
I never been to
He's
prison.
charged with trafficking fentanyl between 4 and 14 grams. We're going to plead no contest to that. He'll be adjudicated guilty. He'll do 15 years.
Hey, Lisa, thank you for that.
PSC.
Appreciate you, Lisa.
Sentence will run concurrent with all others. He'll be responsible for court costs, fines, not a public defender. He will get credit for 330 days in jail. He'll provide a DNA sample if necessary. He'll stipulate to the facts of probable cause affidavit. He agrees to the imposition of the minimum cost of prosecution. He'll forfeit any seized items. Count 1 carries a 7-year man. Count 2 will be consolidated.
And a $50,000 fine.
And a $50,000 fine.
Hey, what up, 69247?
That's the
Steve?
agreement with the state.
It is, Your Honor.
Only county for me. Yep. I know that. I know the feeling. What this fool do for 15 years? Did they say? I didn't catch it. If they did. Hey, Gas, thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate you.
Is your caution?
23 years? Damn, and that's it. He's just signing his life away. That's it. Off to prison. 4 to 14 grams? He got caught with pills? They gave him 23 years for pills? Damn. Hey, what up, Pink, on 224s? He got 15 and another 7? Sheen Gators. Hey, that's why I say crime doesn't pay, man. With those type of for pills? No, thank you. I'd rather be out here on TikTok Live. Hey, what's up, Christina? No, Fent 4 to 14 grams. Oh, okay. Fent pills. Hey, for somebody looking out, you know, from the outside in, I don't think it's worth it. But I don't know what kind of money he was making, but I don't think any type of money is worth 23 years of my life. What do you guys think about that? 23 years. That's a whole lifetime right there.
All right, Mr. Addison, state your name, please.
Hey, thank you, Lisa, once
Mr.
again.
Addison, you
Damn,
just heard the
Lisa.
announcement of Mr. Ballack. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that your understanding of the agreement with the state?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything different?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon, which would impair your ability to enter the agreement or understand any of the terms and conditions of it?
No, sir.
I've been handed a plea waiver consent form. There's a front page. On the second page is a signature of the defendant line. Is that yours?
23 years
Have
is
you had
your
a chance
age.
to read that agreement?
Yes, sir.
Have you had a chance to go over your case with Mr. Ballack?
Yes, sir.
Have you had sufficient time to speak with Mr. Ballack about your case?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with your lawyer's advice and counsel?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that by entering the plea, you're waiving your right to go to trial?
Yes, sir.
You're waiving your right to require the state prove the allegations against you?
Yes, sir.
You're waiving your right to have your attorney cross-examine the state's witnesses and contest their evidence.
Yes, sir.
You're waiving your right to present any defenses that you might have to the allegations.
Yes, sir.
You're
What
waiving
up,
your right
Jen?
to subpoena your own witnesses to come to court and testify on your behalf.
Yes, sir.
You're waiving your right to testify to remain silent at the trial, which would be your decision to make.
Yes, sir.
You're waiving your right to appeal anything but an illegal sentence.
Hey, thank
Are you
you
doing this for your
for
own
my
free
action.
will?
See you later.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Addison, do you feel this plea is in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
You understand if you're not a citizen of the United States, you may be subjecting yourself to deportation.
They're gonna
proceedings.
deport
May
him?
end the
Where are they going to deport
plea.
him to?
Mr. Pereira, Mr. Ballack stated, or defense aware of any DNA evidence that exists which might tend to exonerate Mr. Addison.
He doesn't strike me as the
Unofficial.
illegal alien
Case
type.
created approving case number 243997, that on December 13, 2024, the defendant, officers of the Bay County Sheriff's Office conducted a traffic stop on the defendant, Jason Addison. And after a probable cause search of the vehicle, they found a substance that later tested.
Well, you know what they say. They don't send their
weighing
best.
23 grams. In addition, in a post Miranda statement, the defendant admitted to possessing the substance.
I am going to find that there's a prima facie case. We'll find that Mr. Addison's plea was freely and voluntarily made after consultation with his attorney. I'm going to accept it. He's adjudicated guilty of trafficking and fentanyl. That was between 4 and 14 grams. Is that correct?
No, we've amended it to over 4 grams to 14,
Yeah, under 14.
under 14, yeah.
No wonder I couldn't get a job. This guy's taking out the good
He'll be
dealer
adjudicated
jobs.
guilty of that. He's sentenced to 15 years in the Florida Department of Corrections. He's given credit for 330 days time served. This is a 7-year minimum mandatory sentence.
Anthony, happy
He's
Friday.
assessed fines and costs of $1,303. Those include discretionary costs of $2 of local law enforcement education, a $65 assessment additional court cost, a $50 drug abuse trust fund
What up,
payment, and a
Angel?
$700 discretionary fine. The fines and costs, those fines and costs are reduced to a civil judgment. There's an
What up,
additional
Smoggy?
$50,000 assessed today for the trafficking amount. That's also reduced to a civil judgment. If he's required to give a DNA sample, he must submit one. He'll forfeit any seized items. The state is consolidated count 2. I left off anything. Mr. Addison, you have 30 days to file your notice.
All
of
right, good
appeal to
afternoon,
this
everybody.
judgment.
Judge Steen,
If you'd like to have an
Polk
attorney
County,
to represent you, you
For
can't
our first
afford one.
appearance hearings.
One may
Let's
give-
do one thing real quick to get us started. Everybody stand up where you are and raise your right hand. I'm going to place everybody under oath to get started.
Oh,
All
not
right,
me,
see
not me.
everybody
Hold on.
standing in South and Central with your right hands raised. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole, and nothing but the truth? If you all agree, say I do. Great. Everybody that just said I do, you're now under oath. Have a seat. If you didn't want to be put under oath, stay standing and I can identify you. All right, there's that one fella in the back is kind of slow. There you go. Everybody's under oath now.
There we go. Can you guys
Ms.
see?
Tejo, I have a list of Spanish speakers I got to pull off to the side. If you give me a moment, I'm going to get the private attorneys out of here and then I'll read the advisory. And then after I read it in English, could you read it in Spanish?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. For the record, Sandra Fejo, court certified Spanish interpreter.
Good afternoon to you. Mr. Graycheck, you got a quick one you want to call before I do the advisory?
Judge, I'm not sure if she needs an interpreter or not. Her name is Rocio del Pilar Velez Quizne, and it'd be quick. She might have an ice hold. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, she was on my list for the interpreters. So we
Okay,
can,
I can
how
wait for
about-
you guys to get to the interpreter.
Okay.
all right. I have Mr. Dix with me here.
Mr.
Anybody
who?
else virtually that's a private attorney? I don't see. Mr. Dix looks like he needs a minute. So let's do this. I'm
Come
going to read
again?
the advisory. Ms. Fejo, if you read it in Spanish, and then we'll get started with the Spanish cases. Good afternoon. We are here conducting first appearance hearings. There are 4 purposes for each hearing. First, I will advise you of the charges that have been brought against you by the state. Second, I will ask you if you would like a lawyer to represent you. If you have already retained your own attorney, please advise me. If you would like to have your attorney present with you, we will attempt to make those arrangements for you. Now, I apologize.
Hey,
You're off-
guys,
You're off my screen.
I got a
Sorry.
violation on my account right
Wait a
now.
minute, we have others.
I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream. Hey, what's up, Shannon?
If you want a lawyer
I'm gonna cut the stream, but I'll be right back. All right. If you guys want to watch Uninterrupted, check us out at YT at Collect Call From. I'll be back like in 20 seconds. All right.
Please be advised, there is a $50 application fee for applying for those services. Additionally, the court may require you to pay a reasonable value for the services. Third, I will determine if there's
You guys are good.
probable cause to
I'm not
hold
cutting
you
this one. This one
for
didn't
your
get violated
arrest.
this time.
That means there are reasonable grounds to believe
It was
that
my
a
other
crime
stream.
may have been committed and that you were the person who committed the crime. The fourth purpose for the hearing is to review your bond status.
Hold on,
In
Vix.
some cases,
It hasn't
the
started
bond
yet. I'm
set
gonna
for you through the
figure out which one they're
booking
gonna do
process might be
first.
too
Once they
high.
decide, I'll
And in
zoom
other
in.
cases, it might be too low. Each of you has the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. There is an assistant state attorney here in this court with me, listening to everything that is being said, and also everything is being recorded. So please do not say anything about the facts of your case or the crime itself. The questions I will be asking you pertain to whether or not you want a lawyer and to review the bond. You may refuse to answer those questions. You have the right to communicate with your family, friends, with your attorney. I ask you to keep these rights in mind, and when your name is called, please step forward.
Buenas tardes. En esta tarde llevaremos a cabo audiencias de primera comparecencia. Estas audiencias tienen 4 propósitos. Primero, le informaré
Hey, thank you,
sobre
T.
los cargos que ha presentado en su contra la Fiscalía. En segundo lugar, le preguntaré si quiere que le represente un abogado. Si ya usted ha contratado los servicios de su propio abogado, hágamelo saber. Si desea que su abogado esté presente con usted, trataremos de hacer esos arreglos.
What up,
Si
Eros?
usted quiere que le represente un abogado nombrado por el juez, entonces yo le haré ciertas preguntas respecto a su situación financiera para determinar si
That's
usted
correct.
cumple con los criterios
No, this is a new
reglamentarios
one.
para que el nombramiento de la oficina de
Hey,
abogados
John,
de
thank you.
oficio.
Appreciate you.
Debe saber que hay un cargo de $50 por solicitar estos servicios y adicionalmente el juez puede imponer un valor razonable
Captain, thank you.
por los honorarios de dicha representación. Como tercer propósito, voy a determinar si existe motivo fundado para retenerle bajo arresto. Esto significa que existe motivo fundado para creer que se ha cometido un delito y que usted pudo haber sido la persona que cometió dicho delito. El cuarto propósito de la audiencia es para revisar su estatus de fianza. En ciertos casos puede que la fianza que se le fijó durante el fichaje pudo haber sido muy alta y en otros muy baja.
Yeah, they're ladies.
Cada quien tiene el derecho a permanecer en silencio.
Barely,
Todo
though.
lo que diga puede ser usado en su contra, ya que un abogado de la Fiscalía está presente conmigo en el juzgado escuchando todo lo que se dice y todo además está siendo grabado. Así es que por favor no diga nada sobre los detalles de su caso o el delito en sí. Las preguntas que yo le estaré haciendo son en relación si usted quiere un abogado para la revisión de su fianza. Usted muy bien puede rehusarse a responder estas preguntas. Todos tienen derecho a comunicarse con sus familiares, amistades y con su abogado. Le pido tengan presente estos derechos y cuando se llame su nombre, pase al frente.
Hey, Becky,
right.
Becky, hey,
Ladies
thank you
first,
for
who'd you like
jumping
to
on
call
over
up?
to YT. Highly
Dwayne
appreciate you.
Wade, Your Honor, Trinidad Peraza for the record. We are here on a limited appearance for first appearance.
All right, Alan Dwayne Wade Jr.
Wade?
Waiving the reading or?
Yes, waiving the reading, Your Honor.
Don't wait
All
for
right.
reading.
Sir, you've been charged with a third-degree felony. It appears to be an add-on to an earlier arrest, earlier first appearance that you had. You're here for a limited appearance. Sir, you have an attorney that's here for you on a limited basis. That means they may stay on the case or they may not be retained. If you at any point want the public defender, you can always request from a judge, or there's even ways you can communicate from the jail to the public defender's office requesting to have them appointed to your case. I have reviewed your paperwork related to your, can you go to that? Looking through real quick and couldn't find it. There you go. Yeah, yours is it's a direct information, meaning that the state added a charge. The police charged you on their own with, I believe it was 3 things. The state has added a 4th thing.
What are those things?
And I've also reviewed the capias that was created when the information was filed. You want to be heard as it relates to bonds?
Yes, Your Honor. So there was a pretrial decision hearing already done. And the Judge Cumbie denied it, so we're just asking for $5,000 bond on count 4.
Mr. Matthews, you wanted to be heard as it relates to bonds. Go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would agree with procedural posture as
Jill,
stated by
thank you.
defense counsel. I also spoke to the assigned ASA who's handling this in.
Colton, thank you.
And this is under a may file, not a must file, and 907041. And so the state is not filing, at least not at this time. It would ask for any conditions of pretrial release to apply to this case as well and commensurate bond amounts. Thank you.
All right, sir. It is a third-degree felony. The standard bond on that is $5,000 cash or surety. I'll set your bond at $5,000.
This guy's nervous.
All the other charges, you've already been placed on pretrial release with various conditions. I'm going
Yes,
to
sir.
place you on pretrial. So basically, I'm making this one
This
the
guy
same
is
as the
freaking
others.
nervous.
It's all
Yes,
under
sir.
one charging document. It looks like you
Anxious, yup.
have your analysis, self-pay. Then you have 16, which is no weapons or firearms, 17, no contact with the victim, as well as 2224, which is a GPS and house
Hey,
arrest.
thank you, miss.
You're allowed certain exemptions. You can go to court,
I'm in.
attorney,
Okay, thank you.
That was like the freaking
attorney's
Energizer Bunny.
offices, medical appointments, work, school, and church, and shopping, certain allotment. And
I'm
then
not
you
sure,
have,
Patricia.
25 and 27 that can be explained to you. And there's a
What
note
up,
here
G?
that you, judge previously said you must reside with your parent. All right, I think
Yes,
we've
sir.
covered it all. That open case has there's no Parker type situation there, I would gather, based upon this.
Yeah, I think that was already.
You addressed for the first appearance, yeah, because this would be backdated. All right, so have a good day, sir.
His leg is going.
To the next one.
The next one is Justin Hunt.
We'll have to be heard on that.
This is Polk County, Florida.
Who does that every time?
And this is live. This is live. This is happening in real time right now, guys. This is not AI generated. This is not pre-recorded. This is right now.
Yeah, I want to keep it on there now.
There.
Hey, Utah, thank you for that follow. Highly appreciate that. Hey, be like
Thank you,
Utah,
Your
hit that
Honor.
follow
For
button.
our limited appearance, first appearances purposes. I was handed by the state motion for pretrial detention.
All
I
right,
love watching.
Mr. Hunt, you're here on 2 charges, sir. As far as the reading, do you want me to waive them both, or?
Yes, wait.
Another.
Sir, your attorney that's here on your behalf has asked that I just waive the formal reading of them, so I'll do that. Same as the last gentleman, this process is here on a limited basis, meaning Judge, she's been retained for this purpose, hasn't been retained for the whole case. So I just want to tell you that if you want the public defender, you can certainly ask for him at any point moving forward. You can do it in front of a judge, or you can do it through correspondence with the public defender's office, and they'll file an appropriate motion. I read your affidavit back in my office, as well as I'll say a companion case. I find probable cause for the
Companion
2
case.
charges. Mr. Matthews, you want to be heard as it relates to the 4th thing we're here for, bond?
Yes, Your Honor. With regard to the qualifying defense, the state files a motion for pretrial detention. I have provided a hard copy to defense counsel. I've asked to approach.
Sure, yes, sir.
Considering a hard copy of the original to the bench. I would ask the court to review that for facial sufficiency, and if the court so finds, then to hold the defendant no bond until a hearing on this motion. I confirmed with the court that the hearings for next week are set for Wednesday.
That's what I'm thinking, Ron.
26th at 1 p.m.
Mr. Cross, anything you want to be heard on as it relates to the motion for pretrial detention?
No, Your Honor.
I got another violation right
Sir,
now.
I didn't mention it. The 2 charges you're here for, the reading has been waived, but just so you know, one is a 2nd-degree felony, punishable up to 15 years in prison. The second is a 3rd-degree felony, punishable up to 5 years in prison. I have in front of me a motion for pretrial detention filed pursuant to Florida Rule of Criminal Procedure
What up,
3.132 and Florida Statutes 907.041 subsection 5C.
I don't know. But I'm gonna start the stream all over again.
It is a 4-page document signed by Mr.
So I'll be right
Matthews,
back,
the
guys.
Assistant State Attorney. I've reviewed it. I do find it's legally sufficient.
You guys are
Facially
good right here.
legally sufficient.
It's not affecting you
As
guys.
a result of that, and pursuant to that law and that rule of procedure, I am going to hold you no bond. And this applies to, I guess, the F2.
Correct, Your Honor.
So the F3, I'll go ahead and I'll set your bond at
Thank you,
5,000
Becca.
cash or surety. I won't even mess with the pretrial condition. I'll let the, I'll let that be addressed at.
I would ask though that you make a note that at the pretrial detention hearing, that judge has authority to do those conditions. I just don't want it to get, the state would be seeking a number of special conditions under the pretrial release in that count, even if the judge were to grant no bond in the other, things like no contact.
What up,
with
Lynn?
things
Where
like
you
that.
been at,
Madam
Lynn?
Clerk, can you just put on there, the language you want me to put is, because I don't, it's like it's a catch 22. I'm not going to do pretrial because he's got a no bond on count 2. But you're saying, Judge, we're gonna, if he does get a bond on count 2, we want pretrial on the F3. So I want to make sure the judge there knows I have no problem. I can give authority for him to do pretrial release on the F3, assuming he gives bonds on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Yeah, if you just put on there,
Hey, Mike, thank
first
you.
appearance judge has no objection to pretrial release
Strolling the
judge
streets.
if he sees
I've
fit
been in here.
to give pretrial release conditions on the F3. So, sir, your next court date is going to be in front of the circuit judge, and that'll be on 11/26
Toxica, thank you.
at 1 p.m. They call that the A2 judge. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
You bet. Have a nice day.
You bet. I want to know his charges.
Either one, Mr. Graycheck, are you ready on yours?
Yes, Judge.
All right. I think,
A long wait, yeah.
like I said, I think yours.
All right, who's up
The
next?
Spanish teachers.
Yeah,
Fine,
just to make sure. I wasn't sure if she needed an interpreter or not.
I don't know. But I want to know what that dude on the bottom screen is. I want to know what the hell he's there for. That fool looks nervous, anxious, if you will.
All right, Ms. Bejo, we're going to need your assistance on this one.
On this one.
Okay.
Rocio Velez Quisne, ma'am, you are charged with expired driver's license more than 6 months.
Expired driver license?
Señora Rocío Vélez Keismar, a usted se le acusa de haber tenido una licencia
Shannon,
de
what up, Shannon? Where you
conducir
been
que había
at?
caducado por 6 meses o más.
Mr. Graycheck, you're representing her on this matter?
Judge, I'm
So-
for first appearance purposes for now, but I anticipate.
I put money on her books.
Señor Gracio, ¿está usted representándola en este caso o solamente con el fin de la primera comparecencia, pero supongo que estaré representándola por el resto del caso?
Ms. Velez, if Mr. Graycheck ends up not staying on the case, you can always ask for a public defender at any time in the future.
Sí, señora Vélez, si en el futuro, si
We're
el
back.
señor Gracie por cualquier razón no puede permanecer como su abogado en el caso, usted siempre puede solicitarle al juez que le nombre la oficina de abogados de oficio para que la represente.
Ma'am, that charge is normally a second degree misdemeanor, punishable up to 60 days in jail.
Señora, este cargo normalmente es de un delito menor de segundo grado. Se sanciona con una pena carcelaria que pudiera ser tanto como 60 días de cárcel.
60 days for an expired
Your
license?
Immigration status, it's been upgraded to a first degree misdemeanor.
Oh, snap.
Pero en base de su calidad migratoria ha sido escalado a ser un delito menor de primer grado.
I do find there's probable cause for the charge.
Determiné que se establecieron motivos fundados para el cargo.
Mr. Graycheck, you want to be heard as it relates to probable cause or even the bonds.
Señor Gracie quiere
No driver license.
expresarse
Thank you, Shannon, for that
en
daily heart.
cuanto al motivo fundado o en cuanto a la fianza.
Judge, does she have a ICE hold on her?
Pues hay
Sí.
una orden de retención por parte de las autoridades migratorias.
The last sentence of the narrative says she also met the criteria for an ICE detainer removal. So I can ask pretrial.
Bueno, la última oración del resumen indica que ella reúne los requerimientos para una orden de retención por parte de las autoridades migratorias. En cuanto a una expulsión, puedo solicitarle al Departamento de Servicios previo al juicio.
Pretrial has her down as having an ICE hold.
Y el
So,
Departamento de Servicios Prejuicios, de hecho, sí la tiene, que hay una orden de retención en su contra por parte de las autoridades migratorias.
so Judge, if I do not represent her, Jeff Keel will.
All right, we're back.
Pues si yo no la represento, el señor Jeff Keogh la estará la estará
We'll
representando.
come over, Ben.
And so Judge, I'd ask for a $500 bond, and then that way we can figure out whether the bond are out and then see if ICE picks her up or how to handle it.
Igual solicitamos una fianza de $500
Your license, you better
para
go
ver
get it.
si puede salir bajo
Renewed, Courtney?
fianza o si las autoridades
They might send you
migratorias
to
la
like Canada or
recogen o
something.
cómo podemos manejar el asunto.
Ma'am, I'm gonna set your bond at $500.
For real
as
though, thank you.
surety.
Señora, voy a fijar su fianza en la cantidad de $500, ya sea en efectivo o por garantía.
Because you have that ICE hold, I'm going to ask the clerks to prepare a detainer for my signature.
Y debido a que hay una orden de retención por parte de las autoridades migratorias que
I
pesa en
wonder
su
why she
contra,
didn't
debe
renew her
pedir
license. That's what I
solicitar
want to know.
a las actuarias que prepare una detención para yo firmarla.
Mr. Grayjack, anything else on this matter?
Smoggy.
Señor
No,
Gracher, ¿algo más para este caso? No, su señoría.
Oh man.
All right, have a great day, sir.
Hey,
Pase buen
you
día,
can't renew it
señor.
on the mail,
Mr.
or
Dix,
you
and
can't
Mr.
renew it on the
Ladner ready
internet.
your cases?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Ms. Bejo, hold tight, please. I got a couple attorneys here. I'm gonna try to get out of the court.
Eh, I would do the
Mr.
60
Dix, would you
days,
like to call
no
us?
problem. The
Christina
problem is
Brown.
getting deported. That's the issue. You lose everything. I was watching this video where this lady was saying that they emptied out her bank account when she got deported.
Christina Brown, ma'am, you're here on a BOP for what put you on probation was grand theft. Mr. Dix, are you representing her in this BOP?
Hey, welcome
Hey,
on over,
Your Honor.
Dad.
Um,
Barbie.
Ms. Brown, I'm looking at a warrant signed by
First in
Judge
Colorado.
Harb,
Damn.
I believe it was yesterday, actually 2 days ago, on the 19th. I find probable cause. It's pretty clear he wants her held no bond. Mr. Dix, would you like to be heard?
What up, Crystal?
Sure, I was going to ask you as far as that's concerned. It's essentially related back to the charges that she pled to put her onto probation. It was a SunPass transponder that she had from
Again?
that company. They were unaware it was from that company once
Got
they
another
didn't find
violation
out until
on the
actually
main
she was
account.
arrested on that charge. She had first appearance in front of Judge Patey, and Judge Patey gave her a bond and did not hold her no bonds on the violation of probation at that time. They have put the money that's alleged in the affidavit into my trust account to pay the money back. So it was, honestly, it was an innocent mistake on her part that this took place. And I believe the initial offense
I'm
took
a
place
reset,
before
guys.
she was
I'll
on
be back.
probation.
Hey,
You believe the basis for the
jump on over to
BOP
YT
took place before she was on probation?
or jump onto
Yes,
my
sir.
other
The
stream. But yeah, I'm
transponder
getting hit
in
hard today.
question would have been
I'll be right
taken
back, guys.
Prior to her going on probation. It's just it ran through tolls after that.
You guys are good.
It
It's
was
not
in
gonna
her
affect your
husband's
stream.
vehicle, so she wasn't even aware of it. It was just, once they found out, her and her husband came to my office and put money in the trust account so that it could be paid back. But it was honestly just an innocent mistake on her part.
Okay.
Hey,
As
thank you
far
for
as
real though. Thank you
after
for
she was
jumping
placed
on over.
probation, She wasn't.
Sure. So the new law offense allegedly
Christ.
is a petty theft or a grand theft?
It's charged as a grand theft.
All right, Christ,
Over
got you.
$750, but it was, like I said, she hasn't been to that business or
I don't know,
had an opportunity
Rebecca.
to take anything from that
I'm not
business
sure.
in over 2 years at this point.
So, Ms. Brown, so you know, yes, as county judges like Judge Patey, who saw you at first appearance, we do first appearances a lot. Here, I don't have to guess what the judge wants me to do in your felony case. He's told me, he's checked, he had options. He could set your bond, he could give you ROR, so y'all could talk about it later, give you a court date, or he could have you held no bond. He was clear, he wants you held no bond. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get you in front of him as quick as we can so you guys can talk about it. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you out. Looks like the clerks have given her not a bad date considering. Usually it's about 30 days out, but it's December 9. December 9 is the court date with Judge Harb. Have a great day, ma'am.
Have a great day. I'm in jail, Your Honor.
Sure, he's around next week. You certainly can try to get her in front of me before the holidays. Good to see you. Have a great day.
Great day. Who is this guy? Your Honor, I'm in jail.
Mr. Ladner? Who would you like to call?
Here, it's fine now.
Judge, I am here for Miss Melinda Hunt.
Hunt.
I have to hear it from the, sure.
Judge, it looks like this is Miss Hunt making her way up to the podium.
Come on down, Miss Hunt. Come on down to
All
the.
right. Mr. Ladner, the three charges, I have the affidavit in front of me. They're all three third-degree felonies. Do you want me to read it into the record, or are you ready to?
I've already read it.
Read
I'm
it.
familiar with this case because I'm already representing with regard to this. So that just came. My client has zero criminal history. She has full-time employment. She owns a house here in Barton.
The other stream's not working.
Subject of that.
Which one are you talking about,
paperwork that you
Jaden?
just read is
It froze?
not in
Is he
that
frozen?
house. So my client's got some pets there. She does have elderly parents that are also here in Bartow that she takes care of.
Nobody wants your faggot ass, bitch. Just go kick your daddy's dickhead.
Come
All right,
again?
Mr. Ladner, hold tight.
She's ugly looking fucking bitch, ain't she?
Did she say your mama sucks cocks in
Deputy,
hell?
You got somebody putting on a show for everybody else? Do they need to be pulled up in front of me so we can do a contempt hearing?
Yeah, yeah.
I can hear a lot of naughty words coming out of somebody there. I just can't see who it is. So between my ears and your eyes, we can certainly hold someone in contempt.
Can we do it right now, Judge? Not contempt,
Sure.
but just get her done.
Yeah, she just.
So that's the young lady that was sitting there putting on a show for everybody?
New Judge.
And who is this person that decided to put on a show for everybody?
Cassidy Keen, Keen.
I know, but
Miss
you're not the
Keene.
last step. It's just sucking dick to your fucking ass. You don't lose me, bitch. You want to fucking stand me here?
Yeah. Ms. Keene, hold tight. Ms. Goins is going to try to keep you from being held in contempt. Whether you take her advice or not is going to be up to you. I'll tell you one more thing. You say, while she's talking, if you say one more word that I consider to be a foul language or a curse word, I'm going to hold you in contempt after we have a hearing, okay? So, Ms. Goins, go right ahead.
Do it, Your Honor. Do it.
Case in M8. She is, that I have been firm and she has been determined to be incompetent to proceed. So that may explain.
That's what you are, girl. Just go suck your daddy's pee-pee off. Okay.
You know what? I'm not going to reward her. I'm not going to reward her behaving like that. I'm going to, deputies, put her somewhere. We're going to bring her back at the end.
No!
And I'm going to give her a chance to have a normal first appearance hearing. If she cannot
You're not
behave
little Lucy.
herself,
Go suck your mama's cock off, bitch. Judge, it won't be a normal first appearance any day. She can
well, I want to, you know what? I'm going to try to have one anyway. So put her somewhere we can bring her back.
No, you say
you're
you're.
going to reward her.
Reward
Let
her.
go first because
Reward
she can't
her.
control herself.
10-4.
Ay, ay, ay.
I think that sends a terrible message to everybody. Hey, everybody, put on a show, act out, and you'll get to go first.
Yeah, come
We're
on.
not gonna do that.
Isn't this how this works?
All right, let's bring Miss Hunt back.
Ay, ay, ay.
Judge, I had informed the court that I'm currently representing Ms. Hunt on a non-criminal matter. I was notified by the family, asked to be here, so I'm here for the purpose of the first appearance today. And I'm not quite sure where that's going to fall out, but for today.
That was
I'm
quite
here.
amusing.
As I was telling the court, my client has no criminal history. She does own a home here in Bartow. She does have.
I'm clipping that mandatory.
She does have people that she's taking care of. As I was telling the court, the subject of that paperwork that we have is not in the home, is somewhere else. So that's not
The paperwork that I have, this the affidavit?
Yes, sir. It speaks to us.
Judge, this relates to Dustin Hunt.
That was
Right,
hilarious.
I get it. You said the paperwork that I have, I just didn't.
Can I prove?
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah.
Why are they whispering? We want to hear.
Okay.
Hey, wait, what up, Bam Bam?
I was thinking there was an item or a document. That's what threw me a little bit. Yeah, I absolutely read Mr. Hunt's and I've read Mrs. Hunt. So go right ahead. I'm sorry.
So again, Judge, we waive reading of it into the record. I've already read it. I know my client is aware of the allegations, but based on the allegations, I think you have three that are there in front of you. Because she's never been in trouble before, based on her age, owning the house. I would just ask the court to pretrial release her. I didn't get to see the recommendation of pretrial release. I know Ms. Billings was going to.
What's that
offer
purple
it to
app?
me. Hopefully your honor have it. Like I said, I don't know the status of it, but based on her lack of any criminal history, in the.
Yeah, she wasn't recommended for straight pretrial release from pretrial release services. So let me see what Mr. Matthews says, and then I'll give you a chance to make a suggestion as to your bonds. Mr. Matthews?
With respect, Judge, Mrs. Hunt, the allegations in her, I'm trying to respect the waiver of the reading of the charges. The allegations that she's before the court on are directly related to the allegations against Dustin
Twitch.
Hunt,
I got Twitch.
her husband and stepfather, to the named victim in Mr. Hunt's case. The allegations against Mrs. Hunt include, over a course of many months, if not years, either minimizing, or the state's position would be covering up and hiding the alleged crimes of Mr. Hunt. Also, I don't recall whether it was in the affidavit for Mr. or Mrs. Hunt, but the allegation that other family members also would minimize or not report. And I believe, my memory is that included Mrs. Hunt's mother. Regardless, the state's position, again, with all due respect, is that these cases are before the court as threes. While I would acknowledge that she may have no other criminal history, that she has appeared before the court for the first time under very serious and disturbing circumstances. The state is seeking an elevated bond in each of those, at least, well, in all three counts. And we would be seeking special conditions of pretrial release. I think she is entitled to a bond, but we would be seeking, and again, I'm going to go by number to try to respect counsel's request. We would be seeking special conditions 16, 17, would not object to 18, 22. I'll be seeking 22A, 23, 24, and 25, as some of the communications alleged were electronic in nature over a course of time. Thank you.
Damn, 209 pages? She can get it. That's a long read.
Such as the court does feel inclined to set a bond. I know Mr. Matthews has asked for some various conditions, whatever the court feels is appropriate. I've already brought the court to the attention of what I was telling the court as far as the victim in this case not being around. But Judge, I would ask that she be released on 2 of the charges as straight pretrial. The court felt a need to set a bond, set a lower bond on one of them, and pretrial release on the other 2 if the court felt a bond was necessary. My client doesn't have any problem with abiding by any and all pretrial release conditions that the court may impose.
Ma'am, I have reviewed the affidavit. I find probable cause for the 3 charges. I'm not going to elevate the bonds. I'm not going to do straight pretrial release, candidly. I think this is a case where standard bonds should apply. So I'm going to set her bond on each of these 3 third-degree felonies at $5,000 cash or surety. Ma'am, if you're able to post those bonds, you must immediately check in with the Office of Pretrial Release, sign up with them in person, and call them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You have all the standard conditions of pretrial release plus the following special conditions. Condition 17 says you're not allowed to have any intentional contact with the listed victim. This means directly, indirectly, or through a third party. You must stay 500 feet away from the victim, their home, their vehicles, where they work, or where they go to school. As far as the alleged victim, they're not at the residence.
They're not at the residence, but I do need to tell the court this. We have proceedings that are set for next week. So I would ask the court with what you just announced with regard to that no contact, that here in the courthouse or the legal setting, that it is permissible, because we have that set for next week.
Yeah, I don't read it often, but there's a built right into the number 17. Except scheduled court proceedings. I think that almost goes without saying, yeah, but if you have a scheduled court proceeding, that's an exception to any of the no contacts. At number 17, so you anticipate her being able to go back to the residence because the victim is not there?
Correct, Judge.
Okay, so I'm not even gonna do 18. 22 I'll do. 23, no contact with the co-defendant, I'll do that as well. I'm not going to put you on a GPS monitor. I'm not going to put you on house arrest.
That who's going to let her out?
I think we've covered it all.
She's a menace to
Anything else,
society.
Mr. Ladner?
No, sir, Judge.
Okay. All right. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Have a nice day.
Her mother-in-law gave me a phone number to give her, but I told her that she didn't have anything to write down. But I will call the mother-in-law after court today. Thank you.
Have a great day, Mr. Ladner. All right.
I'm not sure
Any
what she
other
did.
private attorneys, Mr. Kaler? I think I saw you there.
You did, Judge. Thank you so much. Judge, I have
Who would
two
you
of
like
them
to
before-
call up?
Yes, Your Honor. One of them I think has already been released, but he may still be on the docket. Jonathan Tozier, Tozier.
I was notified before court that he is no longer in custody. Do we all agree with that? Tozier's not in custody? He was a reckless and a super speeder. He's not in custody, Mr. Kaler. I think he's
Okay.
bonded out.
Excellent, Your Honor. Then the next case I have before the court is Nathan Hammock.
Hey, I didn't even get a shout out myself.
Nathan Hammock was on his way from Central, but he hasn't made it to South County.
Interesting.
He's in
Well, Judge,
transit. You can tell me what you want to do, Mr. Kaler.
well, Judge, I'd like to waive this. I've got to be in Bartow for a hearing at 3 o'clock, but if I could, I'll just waive his presence, Your Honor.
Sure, you can do that if you're representing. He's charged with 2 counts.
Cynthia, he
of
was
possession
on.
of
I had him
firearm
on
by
in the morning.
convicted felon, 1 count of possession of a altered firearm, and then 1 count of operating a motor vehicle without insurance.
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, we've filed a limited notice of appearance. Judge, he's been in Polk County his entire life. I think he's been out of trouble for a while, but Mr. Matthews is probably in a better position to talk about that. He lives in Polk County. He's got a family. He's got a child with some very significant health issues. We're asking the court to set the standard bonds on the misdemeanor, and we would ask the court to impose a bond of around $7,500 for each of the felonies with whatever conditions of pretrial release the court deems appropriate.
My thoughts real quick. I have 2 counts of possession of firearm by convicted felon.
Welcome back, Shannon.
Normally, I don't see 2 firearms. I normally see a firearm with some bullets or some. So the case law is pretty clear, and they go into a great analysis as to the distinction between the word a or and, how it appears in the statute. What's clear to me is you can't have 7 counts of possession of firearm or or ammunition by a convicted felon for 1 gun with 6 bullets. The A or the and, I believe, applies to multiple guns. We just don't actually see that very often. Multiple
Judge,
guns.
I was going to make that argument. I actually had a first appearance not that long ago where they filed 15 counts of possession of ammunition because they found 15 bullets. And I made that argument and I got shot down by the judge. So I'm glad that you said that, and I'm happy to renew that argument because I think when you're talking about that, but for the fact that I've gotten slapped down by a judge after they found, of course, the state then went off and filed just 1 count of possession of ammunition. But any event, Judge, I don't disagree with you. Normally, to be perfectly blunt, Judge, I've seen judges set bonds of these on anywhere between about $7,500 and $15,000. So I figured, well, shoot, I'll just ask for $7,500 a piece. But we would ask for bond. We would ask for bond to be in the range of about $7,500 to $10,000 if the court only intends to impose it on 1 count.
Mr. Matthews, I'll give you a chance to respond, but that's where I'm leaning. I think that's the proper thing to do is to find PC for 1. I'm not making this up. There's a whole lengthy opinion about
the facts that way.
the difference between an A and an and. Go right ahead.
I understand, Judge. I understand the court's position. I would respectfully note in this case, there are 2 different guns that are 2 different locations at 2 different times. A gun with a handgun with some altered serial numbers were thrown into the bushes. And when he was stopped, he also had a rifle on his motorcycle, if I recall correctly.
Well, I took that to mean it was all done at the same time. Like there's a crash and that the guy throws the pistol in the bushes and he has his what he called his father's old gun stuck like a cowboy in his motorcycle. Like
He did apparently. But again, I just wanted to make it clear and make the argument that this was not a gun with ammunition or two guns in the same place, but rather one gun was handled in a way different than the other, and one was.
What up, Sophie?
An act was taken on one and he retained possession of the other. I'd also respectfully note that he's been charged with possession of firearm by convicted felon in the past. It does have what I would call at least a significant record, if not a lengthy one.
All right, here's what I'm going to do.
What up, Jess?
I'm going to find no probable cause for the second count of possession of firearm by convicted felon. He'll be ROR'd on the second count. Now, what the state chooses to file is up to the state. They could disagree with me and file 2 counts, and y'all could take it up with the trial judge. But
Damn,
I'm
there's
going to
more
ROR
people
him the
coming
second
in?
count on the possession of a altered firearm. I find probable cause to bond's 1,000 on the failure of an owner or operator of a motor vehicle to have insurance. I will say this, I actually whipped out the old statute book, and there's a distinction between having insurance and having, financial responsibility.
Yes, but they're separate statutes.
Yeah, and so we customarily lump those two together, but it's not the same.
And the one is triggered, I think, after a crash or an actual financial liability.
Yeah, motorcycles in Florida, you don't by law have to have insurance, but you have to have demonstrate financial responsibility, the ability to pay for someone if you do their damage. So I had to do a little research, but I believe there's probable cause. So bond is set at $250. And I'm going to set the bond on the 1 count of possession of firearm by convicted felon at $10,000 cash or surety. Add it all up, it's $11,250. Anything else, Mr. Taylor?
No, Your Honor, as the court also placing him on pre-trial release as a condition?
I wasn't planning on it on these charges. I don't typically do it on these charges. Is the state asking for it for any specific reason?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, just straight bond on this one.
Thank you for your time, Your Honor. Have a good weekend.
You bet. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Any other private attorneys? If not, Ms. Baglini has replaced Ms. Fajo. We can turn our attention back to the Spanish speakers. All right.
I'm not sure. I'm guessing the person was probably
Let's call
inside
up,
court. I was trying to figure out where the individual was at, but I couldn't figure it out. I was looking at the camera.
Ben Sala?
Okay, the bottom one is coming up, I think. Oh no, hold on. It's probably the top one. I don't know, one of the other. We'll figure it out right now.
The females, we have Samai Ben Sala.
That's French.
So you're saying the young lady needs a
being
French
transported, thank you.
interpreter?
Yes.
Nobody told us we need a French interpreter. Miss
Yes,
Baglini?
French?
They were told. They
Oui,
called.
oui.
They know.
Is that French? Is
Who do you
we
mean by
French?
they?
The interpreters.
So Miss Baglini, are you in the courtroom, let me rephrase it. No one told me in the courtroom that
Oh,
we
okay.
had a
Thank you.
need
Thank
for
you,
a
Amber.
French interpreter. I was given a list of Spanish interpreter cases. Miss Baglini, are you aware? Have you made steps to get a French interpreter?
The office is working on it, Your Honor, but we don't have confirmation yet.
All right. So we'll pivot back to that one.
We'll pivot back to that one. Come on, Your Honor.
Let's call up Wilmer Carrillo.
Wilmer, where you're at? He's at the top. All right, cool. Let me switch it back to the top. See, we got Wilmer. Let's see. What do you guys think Wilmer did?
It's just straight French from like French.
Wilmer. Who names their child Wilmer?
I have no
Wilmer.
idea. I haven't talked to the. So who was asking about French or French Creole? All right, Deputy, I'm being asked, does the young lady need a French interpreter or a French Creole interpreter? Since I have not talked to her and I have not heard her talk, I have no idea what she needs. Can you help us out and find out if she needs a French or a French Creole interpreter?
French or French Creole?
As I told the interpreter, it's my understanding she needs a French only interpreter.
French
All right.
only.
So the deputy is indicating we need a French, not a Creole interpreter, but a French interpreter.
Okay.
She said that we can't schedule one today, but if we could we bring her back tomorrow?
Ms. Goins, apparently there's not a French interpreter available today. We're going to reset Ms. Bensala for tomorrow.
I got things to do tomorrow, Your Honor.
And well, Ms. Maglini, or actually, we're talking to someone in your office now.
No, they're not gonna take it.
The guy sleeping in the
We'll be able to
front.
have one tomorrow,
Oh, that fool is sleeping.
Saturday.
That fool's out.
All right, let's call up Wilmer Carrillo.
Wilmer's up there. Man, this court is all over the place. They're definitely unorganized. I wouldn't want to be in this court. Hey, what up, Chad? Órale, Chad came over to YT, I see.
Mr. Carrillo, you are charged with,
What up, Yip?
looks like retail theft, first-degree misdemeanor. She's charged as a third-degree felony.
Señor Carrillo, parece que le acusan de hurto de tiendas minoristas, delito menor en primer grado. De hecho, están causados como delito
I don't think
mayor
TikTok
en
is
tercer
working, Chad.
grado.
Like the chat's not working. I think something's wrong.
Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong
¿Quiere
with it.
usted que le asigne la oficina de defensores públicos para que lo representen?
Sí.
Yes.
See? Good here. Hey,
Or
thank
I'll
you.
appoint the public
Vegas.
defender's office to represent you.
Señor, le nombraré la oficina de defensores públicos para
I'm
que
talking
lo
about the other
represente.
account.
I have reviewed the affidavit from the Auburndale Police Department.
He revisado el affidavit del Departamento de Policía de Auburndale.
I do not find probable cause for the retail grand theft.
No encuentro motivo fundado por el hurto mayor de tiendas minoristas.
I do find probable cause
Chat is
for the
working? Okay,
misdemeanor
cool.
retail
Thank you,
theft.
guys.
Encuentro que hay motivo fundado para delito menor, hurto de tiendas minoristas.
I'm going to set your bond at $1,000.
Establezco su fianza en $1,000.
David Garman filing it for.
Yeah, it wasn't working. I
Charging
tried to
us
set,
to
I've been
pay
trying to
that.
set it up for like the last maybe
I
10
don't- All I
minutes.
have is a third-degree felony, so.
We have an amended one.
The screen was just
Oh, I
blank.
have- Sorry.
No, I guess it's a half a dozen, one six another. So, sir, apparently I didn't know it. I haven't been provided a amended affidavit catching their mistake and filing it as an M1.
Señor,
Yeah, it is,
no se me
Brittany.
había
It's
presentado
a lot clearer on
pero
YT.
el affidavit enmendado donde se daban cuenta de su error.
What up,
que
High Queen?
interponía en el caso como delito menor en primer grado.
We're going on overtime today.
So the end result is the same. I find probable cause for a second-degree misdemeanor.
Hey, what up, Hoover?
El resultado final es el mismo. Hay motivo fundado por un delito menor en segundo grado.
Your bond is set at $250. Step your left.
Su fianza está en $250.
$250? What was it? No driver license? Traffic
clarify?
violation? Hey, Lexi, thank you for that daily heart.
Clarifying. I wanted to ask.
Hey,
the
Elder,
state-
thank you for that daily heart.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm sorry,
Grand
who's
theft?
speaking?
Retail
Deborah
theft?
Goins from the Public Defender's Office.
Okay, thank you. La señora defensora quería aclarar algo, quería preguntar algo al fiscal.
I wanted to know if the state is withdrawing the affidavit that charged
Hey, thank you,
retail
Joker.
theft, hidden merchandise.
Quiero saber si el fiscal retirará el affidavit donde acusaban de hurto de tiendas minoristas, mercancía escondida.
Where the hell is the individual? I don't see anybody here.
No, the state's proceeding on the amended affidavit that is before the court.
No, la fiscalía procede con el affidavit enmendado que está ante Luis.
Okay,
The amended affidavit I'm looking at says petty theft, first offense.
that's what I was trying to clarify. So they are no longer proceeding on the one that was a felony.
The original affidavit,
La affidavit enmendado que yo tengo dice hurto menor, primer delito. Eso es lo que quería aclarar. Así que no van a proceder ya con el que era delito mayor.
the original one was retail theft, hidden merchandise, grand theft 750.
Yes, yes, sir. That's what I wanted to clarify. Thank you.
El original
County, yeah.
era robo de tiendas minoristas, mercancía escondida, hurto mayor 750. Sí, eso es lo que quería aclarar. Gracias.
To change your name, you gotta find
Bradley
this icon.
Casanova,
Oh, you can't even see it on here. You gotta go into your settings to change your name on your account.
sir, you're here for a violation of probation on a misdemeanor battery.
Señor, está aquí por un cumplimiento de probatoria por delito menor, agresión física.
You want the public defense?
¿Quiere usted el defensor público?
I'll talk by myself.
Oh, he's an English speaker.
You need an interpreter or no?
No, I don't need. I'm sorry.
We'll have a seat.
Go have a seat. Tonto, you should have said you don't know speak Spanish. You would have been out of there already. Now you gotta go back to the end of the line now.
Jaime Gonzalez,
Jaime, come on down.
Gonzalez. Gonzalez.
It speeds up the process if they keep it co-ed in court.
He's at South.
It's not like they're together in their cells or in their dorm room. They're separated by a bench
sir, you're
here.
charged with resisting an officer without violence, DUI, and refusing to submit to a breath test.
Señala, usted se le acusa de haber resistido a un agente del orden público sin violencia, de haber conducido en estado de embriaguez bajo los efectos, rehusarse a someterse a unas pruebas aleatorias.
Do you want the public defender?
¿Desea usted que se le nombre a la oficina de abogados de oficio?
Hey, trust me, them being co-ed is not
Yes.
is not what is
appoint that
cracked up to
office.
be.
Voy a nombrar esa oficina.
Find probable cause on all three charges.
Determine que se establecieron motivos fundados para justificar los tres cargos.
Your bond on each of the three charges is $1,000.
La fianza por cada uno de estos tres cargos será de $1,000.
Step to your left.
Ubíquese a su izquierda.
Patricia Hernandez Olivares.
That was super
Patricia
nervous.
Hernández Olivares.
What do you guys think that guy did? What do you guys think this guy did right here? I'm pointing different places on the screen, but depending on what camera you're looking at.
And you're charged with driving a motor vehicle without a driver's license.
Hey, what up, Gio?
Señora, se le acusa de haber conducido un vehículo de motor sin tener una licencia válida de conductor.
He slumped over. Oh,
You
that
want
fool,
the
yeah.
public defender?
That fool is slumped
¿Desea
over.
que se le nombre a la oficina de abogados de oficio?
Sí.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Appoint
done.
that office to represent you
Nombraré esa oficina para que la represente.
and find probable cause for the charge.
Polk County.
Determine que se establecieron motivos fundados para justificar los cargos.
I'll set your bond at $500.
Le fijo la fianza en la cantidad de $500.
And because she has an ICE hold,
Oh, shit,
I'll
hold
ask
on.
the clerks to prepare a detainer.
Y en base de que
You're
hay
talking to
una
her.
orden de retención por parte de las autoridades migratorias, le solicitaré a las actuarias que preparen una orden de retención.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Señora, pase buen día.
Gerardo Hernandez Lozama.
I hate when they switch between the top and the
Gerardo
bottom.
Hernández Lezama.
There we go. Dude is withdrawing on something. Somebody getting some candy bars. Something sweet
Is
in his
charged
mouth.
with driving a motor vehicle without a license.
Se le acusa de haber conducido un vehículo de conducir sin tener una licencia.
Sir, do you want the public defender?
Yes.
Señor, desea que se le nombre.
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, if you need the interpreter, wait till she does her job before you answer in English, okay?
Señor, si necesita los servicios del intérprete, espere hasta que ella termine de su labor antes de que usted comience a contestar en inglés. ¿Bien?
Okay.
Ok.
Okay.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Voy a nombrar la oficina de abogados de oficio para que los represente.
I reviewed the paperwork.
He revisado la documentación.
Finding probable cause, I'll set your bond at $500.
Después de haber determinado que se han establecido motivos fundados, le fijo la fianza la cantidad de $500. Your Honor, the interpreter heard $500. Is the court stated $500?
Yes, $500.
Thank you. $500.
Get to your left, sir.
Señor, ubíquese a su izquierda.
All right, so that, yeah, nice hold was the court intentionally.
Yeah.
Of course, totally up to the court. I just wanted to. Yes,
So because he has an ICE hold, I'm asking the clerks to prepare a detainer.
En base
my
de que
signature.
hay una orden de retención por parte de las autoridades
Martínez.
migratorias, estoy solicitando a las actuarias que preparen una orden de retención. Pase buen día.
Donato Martinez Cabanzo,
Donato Martínez Cabanzo.
Donato.
they'll ask to be heard on bond on this one.
sir, you're charged with robbery by sudden snatching.
Señor, se le acusa de robo por arrebato.
You're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Se le acusa de
Hey, what up,
agresión
Kimberly?
con agravante utilizándose un arma mortífera.
And you're charged with domestic violence, battery
wow.
by strangulation.
También se le
Hi.
acusa de violencia intrafamiliar con lesiones corporales por medio de estrangulación.
We're gonna be here all day with these court cases, the
You
way
want
they're
the public
going.
defender?
¿Desea que se le nombre a la oficina de abogados de oficio?
Sí.
Yes.
I'll appoint that office to represent you.
Nombraré a esa oficina para que los represente.
I find
Valid, yeah.
probable cause for all three charges.
Determine que se establecieron motivos fundados para justificar los tres cargos.
Hey, this guy went old
Matthew,
school with the
ready?
strangulation tactic.
Señor Matthews, prosiga.
Your Honor, the second count on the
Is it?
docket indicates a crime that is, that falls under the definition of a forcible felony.
Su señoría, en cuanto al segundo punto acusatorio, el calendario indica que esto fue un ilícito que categoriza bajo
For the
un
throat?
delito grave con temeridad.
State would argue that the probable cause affidavit states probable cause that the accused is an unauthorized alien under 908.111.
Oh, damn, this fool's done.
También el Estado estaría presentando alegatos indicando que la declaración jurada por escrito indica que el acusado es una persona que está aquí como en calidad de indocumentado conforme la ley 908.111.
The crime charged is a
We'll come on over.
dangerous crime
Thank you.
under 907.041.
Somebody crying?
El delito imputado se considera ser un delito peligroso conforme 907.041.
I heard somebody crying.
It does not qualify for motion for pretrial detention under that statute.
No califica para un pedimento
Or am I losing
en
my
cuanto a detención previa al juicio conforme esta ley.
However, the
Okay, yeah,
state
yeah.
would
I
argue
figured I
that
did.
it does qualify
Was that a
as
cough or a cry?
For pretrial detention under 907.041 subsection 6.
That was a cough?
Sin embargo, el Estado estará
Sounded more like
presentando
a
alegatos
hyena.
que indica que sí califica para una detención previa al juicio conforme la 907.041, inciso 6.
And under that section, the presumption is an imperative, respectfully, for the court.
Por tal razón, bajo esa sección,
They're all sleeping, yup.
se establece que la suposición es importantísima.
Playing a match of
Reading
Grand
the
Theft
statute
Auto?
reads, the court shall presume the defendant's presence at.
Bro, yeah, he's good. He's good. We
In
just did a
part,
video
the
visit with him
statute reads,
today.
The court shall presume that the defendant presents a substantial flight risk.
Además, se le quiere presentar que el juez puede suponer que este acusado representa un riesgo sustancial de fuga
And shall order pretrial detention.
y deberá ordenar una retención previa al juicio.
It says court drama
State
discussion.
plus the court honor that statute.
I'm sorry, counsel, the interpreter couldn't
state
hear.
The state requests the court honor that statute.
Y el Estado solicita a este juez que tome en consideración que acepte esta ley, que se acate
One minute.
esta ley.
On the charge of robbery by sudden snatching, you believe that falls under the category of forcible felony?
¿Piensa usted que en base de robo por hurto o robo por arrebato, eso califica ser como un
Is that
delito
fool scratching a
grave
scab?
cometido mediante fuerza o violencia?
I'll be right back.
No, Your Honor, aggravated assault.
No, su señoría, pero agresión con agravantes.
Ms. Goins, any response?
Señora Poins, ¿alguna contestación?
The state already said
El Estado ya dijo
that the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon would not justify a motion for detention. That's my understanding.
que el delito de agresión con agravante utilizándose un arma mortífera no justifica un pedimento para una detención. Eso fue lo que yo entendí.
And I'm looking at the statute the state just cited.
Y en vista, y estoy examinando la ley que acaba de citar el Estado,
907.041 sub 6, is that correct, sir?
la 907.041, inciso 6. ¿Eso es correcto, señor?
Yes.
Sí. You know, there's background noise.
I'm looking for the 6.
6,
Yeah.
forcible felon, unauthorized alien. If that, then at first appearance shall order pretrial detention.
Statute.
It has changed this year.
Yes, 21. In 2020.
You can see that here in the statutory notes.
Right.
Florida.
Yonder, this is the interpreter. There's background noise, and the interpreter was unable to decipher what the attorneys were speaking.
They didn't intend for you to
Okay.
interpret that, ma'am. They were having a conversation between the two of them off the record.
Okay.
And I just need to clarify,
Y necesito aclarar
if the state is going to file a motion for detention, a motion to detain.
Another one? Or is
si
this still the
estará
same guy?
presentando un pedimento para una detención.
Is this the same guy?
907.041 provides 2 vehicles for the state to seek pretrial detention.
La 907.041
This is the strangulation guy?
presenta 2 vías
Hey,
para
Cash,
que el
thank you.
Estado solicite una retención previa al juicio.
I had to go put my
One is
clothes
through a motion
in the
under
dryer.
subsection 5C
Thank you,
or
guys.
D.
I just
O un
joined. Hey, what's up, Miss
pedimento bajo el inciso 5, C o D.
The other is through subsection 6.
Was somebody
which does
screaming
not call for
again?
a motion from the state.
If you will. Hey,
El
thank you,
otro
Cash.
es por medio del inciso 6, que no solicita un pedimento por parte del Estado.
They're using cash out
State will
provisions.
not file a motion under 5C or D, but is requesting the court hold the defendant under subsection 6.
Man, this was gonna get like
Entonces
3
el
life
Estado
sentences
no estará
over this.
presentando un pedimento bajo la 5C o D, pero solicita al juez que detenga al acusado bajo el inciso 6.
Sir, I find probable cause for all three charges.
Señor, determiné que se establecieron motivos fundados para los 3
He strangled
cargos.
somebody.
Your bond on the robbery by sudden snatching is $10,000.
What up,
Su
Vic?
fianza, la fianza que se le fija por al cargo de robo hurto por arrebato será de $10,000.
Your bond on the domestic battery by strangulation is also $10,000.
Agua.
La fianza que se le fija en cuanto al cargo de violencia intrafamiliar por medio de estrangulación también será de $10,000.
Don't tell me what to do. Damn, I gotta go back for
Pursuant
that
to
one.
the statute that's been discussed here in open court,
En base de la ley que se ha dialogado aquí en esta sala en vigor,
I'm going to hold you no bond on the aggravated assault.
no le concederé fianza en cuanto al delito de agresión con agravantes.
Each of those three charges has been enhanced based upon your immigration status.
En base de su calidad migratoria, estos 3 delitos han sido incrementados.
If I lived in
Each of
Florida,
those crimes are punishable up to 15 years in prison.
if I didn't have status, I would have got out of. I would have left Florida ASAP. As soon as they started talking about changing these laws, I would have been
que
gone.
conllevarían hasta 15
I would have been
años.
gone like the wind.
Step to your left, sir.
Or I would have been gone like Juan.
Ubíquese a su izquierda, señor.
Joe Manuel Nunez Suarez.
Joe Manuel
It doesn't make any
Núñez
sense.
Suárez.
They don't want them in the country, but they want them in prison. Like, make that make sense.
Sir, you're charged with failing to appear for court on a charge of not having a motor vehicle registration.
Señora, usted se le acusa de no haber comparecido al tribunal en un cargo de no tener o no haber tenido su
What up,
tarjeta de
Boston?
circulación en su vehículo.
Yeah, I know, Miss Leanne.
Do
I
you
know.
want the public defender?
¿Desea usted que se le nombre a la oficina de abogados de oficio?
Sí.
Yes.
I'll
The
appoint
Barbie
that
comb.
office to represent you.
Nombraré esa oficina para que lo represente.
You're
I
in Polk
find
County?
probable cause based upon this capias.
En base de esta orden de aprehensión por incomparecencia, determina que se establecieron motivos fundados y la fianza se le fija
Your bond is $1,000.
la cantidad de $1,000.
You better bail out if you don't got an ice hold. I would, if I would bail out. I'll be telling my people,
Sir, you
hey,
have a
get that money together.
open case that you're currently out on bond.
Actualmente, señora, hay un caso que tiene pendiente que
Citrus
usted está
County.
bajo fianza.
As well as pretrial release.
Yeah, Judge Grady. I see him on
También
come
está
up
bajo
on my
una
feet all the
libertad
time.
previa al juicio.
Because of that,
En base a esto,
having found probable cause on the new crime,
A new crime.
determiné que se establecieron motivos fundados por el nuevo
What you talk about,
ilícito.
Willis?
I'm going to revoke your bond and pretrial release.
Oh, that was
Le
short lived.
revoco la fianza en cuanto a la retención previa al juicio.
Scratch the
I
bonding
hold you
out.
no bond pursuant to the authority of Parker versus State.
No le fijo fianza alguna conforme la autoridad de Parker contra el Estado.
Madam Clerk, the case number is 25MM4696.
Y señora actuaria, el número de causa es 25M4696.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent him on that Parker case if they don't already, if they're not already on the case.
Voy a nombrar a la oficina de abogados de oficio para que los represente en cuanto a ese cargo de Parker, si ya no se le ha nombrado uno.
Rafael Rodriguez.
Damn, that fool just
Rafael
standing there like,
Rodriguez.
well, like what happened? That fool don't even know what time it is.
Sir, you're charged with knowingly driving while your license is suspended with a prior conviction.
Señor, se le acusa de haber conducido con la licencia suspendida, habiendo sido esta o la segunda condena, una previa condena.
Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
¿Desea que se le nombre a la oficina de abogados de oficio para que lo represente?
Sí.
Yes.
30
I'll
days.
appoint that office
Next.
to represent you.
Nombraré su oficina para que los represente.
I reviewed the paperwork and find probable cause.
Examiné la documentación y determiné que se establecieron motivos fundados.
Your bond set on this matter is $1,000.
La fianza que se le fija en este caso es de $1,000.
Because you're out on bond pretrial release on a felony matter,
En base de que usted estaba en
What up,
libertad
Bella?
bajo condiciones del Departamento de Libertad previa al juicio por haber sido acusado de un delito grave,
I'm going to revoke your bond on 24 CF 10206.
se le revoca la fianza en cuanto al número de causa 24 CF 10206.
I'm going to appoint the public defender if they weren't already appointed.
Le
Yep, a
nombraré
lot
la
of
oficina de
revocations.
abogados de oficio para que lo represente si de no haber sido nombrado.
Step to your left, sir.
Ubíquese a su izquierda, señor.
Ms. Fayho, would you like to make an announcement?
This is Polk County,
Yes, ¿alguna
Florida.
otra persona presente que
Polk
necesite
County,
servicios de
Florida.
interpretación en español?
We
Levante
got
su
one more
mano.
in South County.
Another one?
Last name is Moreno.
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 All right, let's
Romeo.
Moreno.
Romeo.
Romeo.
Moreno.
Santos? Moreno?
First name?
Olven Javier Moreno Valenzuela.
Javier Moreno Valenzuela.
Yep. Sheriff
We don't have
Grady.
seat.
We have more here also, Judge.
I live in Polk
Let's just
County.
figure this guy out.
Drop a follow.
Sir, is your name Olven Javier Moreno Valenzuela? Deputy in South County, you're muted. I can't hear his response.
Muted.
Muted.
He wasn't muted.
Sí, ese es mi nombre.
That's my
Yeah,
name.
that's my name.
Sir, you have a warrant out of Osceola County.
Señora, hay una orden de aprehensión que pesa en su contra que origina del condado de Osceola.
The warrant is for a violation of probation on a misdemeanor DUI.
La orden es por una orden de incumplimiento por haber sido condenado en un caso de violencia, de conducción bajo los
Yeah, thank you,
efectos
Bella.
en calidad de delito menor.
Sir, you can hire a lawyer, but I cannot appoint the public defender here in Polk County.
Señor, yo no puedo, usted puede contratar un abogado si así lo desea, pero yo no le puedo nombrar un abogado de oficio aquí en este condado de Polk.
I reviewed the paperwork and I find probable cause.
Examiné la documentación, determiné que se establecieron motivos fundados.
The judge in Osceola set your bond at no bond.
El juez de Osceola no le fija fianza.
We will notify them that you're free to be picked up.
Who's talking?
Le estarán notificando a ellos que usted está listo para que ellos lo vengan a recoger.
If you're still in our jail on the 26th, we'll bring you back to first appearance.
Si todavía está en esta cárcel para el 26, lo traeremos de regreso a la primera comparecencia.
Sir, you do have a ICE hold, so I'm going to ask the clerk to prepare a detainer.
Señor, también hay una orden de retención por parte de las autoridades migratorias. Así que voy a pedirle a la secretaria que prepare una orden, una detención.
Step to your left, sir.
Ubíquese a su izquierda, señor.
Who do we have that is the interpreter in Central?
Romero. Moises.
Moisés Romero.
Sir, you're charged with battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting an officer with violence.
What up, Harley?
Señor, usted se le acusa de agresión contra un agente del orden público y resistir a las autoridades con violencia.
Oh, this guy's goose is
You want
good.
me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
¿Quiere que yo le nombre a la oficina de abogados de oficio para que lo represente?
Sí, sí.
Hey, Gabriel, thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Highly appreciate you.
I'll appoint that office to represent you.
Nombraré esa oficina para que lo represente.
Sir, I've reviewed the paperwork and I find probable cause for the two charges.
Señor, examiné la documentación, determiné que se establecieron motivos fundados para justificar los dos cargos.
Your bond on each of these two felonies is $5,000.
La fianza que se le fija por cada uno de estos dos delitos graves es de $5,000.
Have a nice day.
This is the last case.
Pase buen día.
We should be going to switching on over to English.
Do we have any others that need the Spanish interpreter?
One more. Silva.
One more?
Silva.
Ay, damn.
Uno más.
It's like this is like the never-ending story. Hey, there's 2 states or 3 states that I wouldn't commit any crimes for sure. I wouldn't commit any crimes in Florida. I wouldn't commit any crimes in Texas, and I wouldn't commit any crimes in Georgia, if you will. I don't
Isn't there
recommend
a
any of
county
those states
judge
to
that goes straight docket?
commit crimes.
Does Judge Kaler go straight docket?
What am I like
Does
speaking?
there to South or Central for Spanish or not? I've been told that. By golly, a day like today, I'm tempted to do that.
Sir Courtney.
I'm tempted to go A to Z, South, Central. It makes no difference to me. Spanish, French, Creole. I think we can
Florida
all
prisons
just
have no
A through Z might be
AC?
a better way to do it.
Virginia too.
I'm thinking about doing
We'll add that one.
Mr. Silva, you're charged with super speeder violation.
Super speeder. What the hell is a super
Señor
speeder?
Silva, a usted se le acusa de ser un conductor que condujo en exceso de velocidad.
Sir, do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Thank you, my life.
Señor, ¿desea usted que yo le nombre a la oficina de abogados de oficio para que lo represente?
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, they accused you of going 105 miles an hour on I-4 in a 70-mile-an-hour zone.
What?
Señor, se le acusa de haber conducido a 105 millas por hora cuando la velocidad
Damn,
señalada
son,
era de
where'd you
70
find
millas
this?
por hora.
Woo,
En la
105.
4. Determiné que se establecieron motivos fundados.
Hey, what up, Bello?
I find probable cause and I'll set your bond at $250.
They're gonna give this fool like
Le nombro la
150
fianza,
years.
Le fijo la fianza en $250.
Have a nice day, sir.
Pase buen día, señor.
105.
All right, do we have someone that needs to be called out of order who's in a wheelchair?
Your
Yes, Judge.
interpreter be dismissed.
Ms. Fejo, why don't you just in an abundance of caution, give an announcement to see if anybody else needs your services.
Ok, Your Honor. ¿Alguna otra persona que necesite servicios de interpretación en español, levante su mano?
Hey guys, I just got a violation again. I gotta start the stream over. This is gonna be the one that has the
Nobody
good
else
screen.
apparently needs
I'll
your
be right back.
services. Thank you so much, Ms. Fejo. Have
You're
a nice
welcome, Your
weekend.
Honor. Thank you.
This
And
young
you guys are
lady,
good.
what's her name?
The violation doesn't affect you
Gaynor
guys.
Elmore Michelle.
All right. Starting the stream back up here.
Ms. Michelle Gaynor-Elmore, you're charged with a warrant out of Brevard County. It is a writ of bodily attachment.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, I cannot appoint a public defender. This is a civil
What up,
matter.
Cajun?
Besides that, it's out of Brevard County. You can hire a lawyer if you want. I've looked over the paperwork from Brevard County. I find probable cause to hold you. The judge there has set a purge in this matter. So if you can come up with
What up, Janine?
$300, you can purge out here in Polk County on the Brevard County case. If you have nothing in Polk that's holding you in our jail, we'll notify Brevard that they're free to come get you. If you're still in our jail on November 26th, you'll be brought back to see a first appearance judge so you two can discuss it. Step to your left. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh yeah, that
Let's
girl.
start off
They'll bring her
with,
at the
we're
last.
gonna do
I
South
forgot about
County
her.
First, let's do Richard Allen.
They're gonna bring her back. That one girl that cussed out
Richard
the
Allen.
judge.
Come on.
You know what? I think that girl. I think she has some mental health
Richard
issues.
Allen, you're charged with battery by strangulation. Do you want the public defender?
Damn, another one.
sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. Sir, I reviewed the paperwork, finding probable cause. Your bond is $5,000. I'm going to make it a condition of pretrial release. If you post that bond, you must immediately check in with the pretrial, sign up in person, calling them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. All the standard conditions plus special conditions.
Welcome,
17 and
Alex.
18. 17 says you can't have weapons, firearms, ammunition, or knives. I'm sorry, 16 is you can't have weapons, firearms, ammunition, or knives. 17 is you can't have any contact with the alleged victim. This means directly, indirectly, or through a third party.
I
You
don't
must be
sleep.
500 feet away from the victim, their home,
feels
their
like
vehicles,
that.
where they work, or where they go to school. Step to your left, sir. Kenneth Bailey.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bailey, you have a well-traveled
What up, Tiny
man,
T?
apparently. You have warrants from Marion County, Hernando County, and Manatee County.
Damn, the
Currently
trifecta.
finds yourself standing in Polk County. Sir, I cannot, the warrants are
Polk
for,
County.
each county is felony petty theft. So I can't appoint a public defender here because those are separate circuits, separate public defenders. You can hire a lawyer. Heck, you can hire 2 or 3 if that's what you want to do. Sir, I've looked over your paperwork from those various counties. I find probable cause to hold you.
This guy is a he's a
Bond
comedian.
on the Marion County felony petty theft is no bond. Your bond on the Hernando felony petty theft is $5,000. Your bond on the Manatee County felony petty theft is $2,500. If you're still in our jail on the 26th of November, we'll bring you back so you can discuss it with the county judge at first appearance. Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you. Next up is Hector
Hector and Charles
Chigwe. Hector Inten Chigwe
You can't say
is
his name.
charged with a warrant from a Lake County. Sir, it looks like you're here in our county on local charges.
He has warrants in
But
different area
the,
codes. That's funny.
The bondsman went off bond on a driving while license suspended charge out of Lake County.
I got a few hours of
I
sleep.
cannot appoint a Polk County judge for this.
What up,
But you can
KND?
hire a lawyer if you choose, or ask for a public defender once you get back to Lake County. I
What's
reviewed the
DP?
paperwork, find probable cause. The judge over at Lake County
Teresa.
has already set your bond at $10,000. You're still in our county a week from today on the 26th, or actually on the 26th, I should say. We'll bring you back to see a judge to discuss it. Have a nice day, sir.
A question. My bond is $10,000 on a misdemeanor. I don't understand that.
What don't you understand
I've
about
been
it?
hearing $200 and $1,000 for driving without a license. $10,000. Like what? How is that even justifiable?
When you get back to Lake County, you make sure you can ask that judge over there that decided to set your bond at $10,000. It wasn't me, it was him or her. Have a great day, sir. Next up is Lazaro Cadoy.
Just got breakfast from the wifey right here.
You gonna waive the reading on this one, Ms. Goins?
Yes,
Waive
sir,
the reading.
I will. Thank you.
You bet. Sir, you're charged with a felony of the second degree, punishable up to 15 years in the Florida State Prison. You want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint that office to represent you. Sir, I've looked over a warrant that was previously signed by
Right?
Judge Gibson. I find probable cause, as she did.
Nah,
I'm
we
gonna
don't
set
need
your bond at
Proviso here.
$15,000, and I'm gonna make it a condition of pretrial release. If you're able to post that bond, you must immediately check in with pretrial, sign up with them in person, calling them on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
We're still waiting
You
on
have
her.
all the standard conditions plus the following special conditions. You have a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. You're not allowed to be in possession of, carry firearms, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You're not allowed to have any intentional contact with the listed victim.
Every meal?
This means directly, indirectly, or through a third party. You must stay 500 feet away from them, their home, their vehicles, where they work, or where they go to school. You're not allowed to possess or access a computer or electronic device with internet or internet capabilities. Step to your left, sir. Jaime Gonzalez Carranzana.
We already,
That ain't me.
we already done him. Judge.
Hey, haven't we seen this guy
Moving
before
right
with the red
along,
hair?
We're now going to do Dustin Hunt.
We did not, we did not.
Moving right along from Mr. Hunt, we're going to now do
They did that.
Yeah, it was a messed up
Galen Locke.
charges.
That's me.
All right, Mr. Locke, you're charged with armed burglary of a dwelling and grand theft of a firearm. You want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Molly.
Sir, I'm going to appoint the public defender. I have looked over the paperwork back in my office. I do find probable cause. Does the state wish to be heard on the armed burglary of a conveyance?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. The state would note that this is a first-degree felony.
I kind of feel like Trump when he got that one water bottle one time, and he had like little tiny dinosaur hands, and he was drinking water.
But in any event, in either event, the defendant is not entitled to a bond. The state would request the court exercise its discretion and hold him no bond, at least until he gets to trial division for a more thorough examination of the circumstances. I would, in all candor, note that it is burglary of a conveyance, so it is not an enumerated offense under 907-041. So whatever the court decides, the state will not be filing a motion for pretrial detention, as at least my reading of it does not qualify.
Ms. Goins, any response from you?
Certainly, my position is that the allegations, even though they call it is armed burglary of a conveyance, I certainly agree that's what's been charged. It was an allegation of a firearm being taken out of a vehicle. And this was also, apparently there was an alleged series of car burglaries that were associated with this. So it doesn't seem to raise to the level of thinking in terms of an armed burglary of either a conveyance or a dwelling.
What I want to know is why these two guys are sitting so close to each other when there's all this space over here.
Is he on pretrial release for the other ones that you're aware of?
And so it's include use
My
of
spidey
display of a
senses are
firearm
tingling.
during felony, the burglaries, grand thefts.
Sir, I find probable cause for these two charges. Your bond on the grand theft of a firearm is $5,000. I'm going to set your bond on the armed burglary of a conveyance. I do draw a distinction between you burglarizing someone's home or vehicle with a gun versus going in there in the middle of the night and stealing a gun. So I am going to use my discretion, give you a bond. I'm going to set your bond at $30,000 on the armed burglary of a conveyance. If you're on pretrial release on the companion charges, since this is an add-on, I would.
The only way that's justifiable.
If you're already on pretrial, I would do the same conditions with the same call in.
Maybe that's why he's nervous. The only way I could justify sitting so close to somebody like that is if that place was packed and there was no space whatsoever. But look at all that space right there.
To have those defense lawyers, one I was playing 20 years case, having them on my case once again, make sure my dad for that.
Yeah, he's been shaking since we saw him.
All right, sir. On the other cases that you've already been in front of the judge for first appearance, I'm going to place you on the same pretrial conditions, the same call-in days as the companion cases.
They say when you know, you
I'll
know.
be prepared for you. Have a
What
nice
were
day.
the call-in days? What were the call-in days? I don't know.
Every day.
This is Polk
call
County,
every day.
Florida.
Yes, sir. You have the other judge on the previous cases has done a GPS monitor, so that requires a daily call-in. You have all the same conditions of your companion cases. So it's 23 and 24. 23 is you can't have any contact with any of your listed co-defendants, that's directly or indirectly, and you're subject to a GPS monitor.
What up, Whiskey?
But no house arrest.
Yes.
Oh, house arrest. I'm not going to do house arrest on this one. I know it. I just can't bring myself to do house arrest on this one. I'll do GPS so I can know where he goes, but not going to do house arrest.
I'm eating
I know, but that's on somebody else.
toast,
Good day,
avocado,
sir.
and eggs.
Next up, we have Stephen Quarles.
He's in the hospital.
Ms. Goins, you want to bring Mr. Quarles back tomorrow?
Yes, he's been on, and he was on yesterday also.
All right, Madam Clerk, bring Mr. Quarles back tomorrow, please. Wilson Reyes Jr.
Yes,
Sir, you're
sir.
charged with failing to appear for court on the charge of trespass. Do you want the public defender?
Yes.
I'll appoint them. I find probable cause. Your bond is set at 1,000. Have a great day.
They probably gave him the flashlight treatment.
Man, I ain't
Antonio Scarborough.
Hey, man, sir, I ain't got no charges. I just got subpoenaed to go to the state hospital. I'm not the state hospital to Lincoln Regional.
Mr. Antonio Scarborough, you're charged with failing to appear for court on a charge of trespass. You want the public defender?
I never had a trespassing, but I didn't go to court.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I find probable cause. Your bond is 2,000. Step to your left.
So you say I got a trespassing for what?
Next up, we have Jason Tondi.
Can I verify his name? The gentleman that just walked with me. I got.
They should have put him with that other lady with the exercise.
He was. Deputies, bring that fella back that's being loud. Ms. Goins wants to ask him some questions.
Don't that's being loud.
I called him up there and he came up.
I didn't, I missed it. It's my error.
It's
What's going
Antonio
on here?
Scarborough, so I called. Bring Antonio Scarborough back, please.
Come on down to the Price is Wrong.
I got several paper at my brother's house, and it was about Sussin and Bruce. We just did that. I went one day, and then I had just went today, and he just put me down and serving Lydia Mae Scarborough. Lydia Harrison was on the front of the paper. I never had no trespassing. I got in cars and I went straight to the hospital. That's it. Two stores, I got put off the profit. That's it.
Did he say true story?
I don't have no trespass. I just got sunshine to go to the Florida State. Lake of the Region only.
Come on, can somebody translate?
All right, sir, please. Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
If I would have had a trespass, I would have been had a trespass before that. I was in the yard when I got this. I tried to make it to the bus stop. I couldn't make it to the bus stop.
I'm confused.
All right, sir, if you don't mind, tell us what your name is.
My name is Antonio Miguel Scarborough. Unless y'all did a thumbprint or something like that, man, I don't have no trespass. And who was the person that did it? I don't see how that's capable of happening.
All right, so Antonio Scarborough, we've confirmed that's you. Is your middle name start with an M?
What? Yes, Antonio Miguel. I am not going to say yeah, but
Miguel.
yes, my name is Antonio Miguel Scarborough. I just was on Stella Street.
Is your date of birth July 19, 1985?
I mean, whoever for it, this for it. I was on Stella Street. I got two streets that I be on, Stella Street and Chestnut.
Chestnut?
Is your date of birth July 19, 1985?
July 19, 1985. That's my worship. That's my worship birthday.
Sir.
But
thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day, okay?
What the hell just happened right there?
Next, we have Jason Elliott Tondi. That's okay. I'm trying to accommodate everybody's request.
Right, Smoggy?
Tondi's at Central.
Jason Elliott Tondi.
Central.
Hey, Nikki, thank you for that. Appreciate you.
He got moved to Central, Judge.
Is he in transit or is he at Central?
I was told he was transported to Central.
He's here.
Hey, this court is a
Bring
shit
him
show.
up.
Oh, they got it. They're doing the wheelchair. Oh, snap.
Sir, you're charged with failing to appeir for a pretrial
Well, he's
on
looking
a
at
failure to comply with registration laws.
Oh, no bueno.
Do you want me to appoint the public defender?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll go ahead and appoint them. I've looked over the paperwork, finding probable cause. You'll be held no bond with a 5-day hearing. You'll go see the circuit judge on November 25 at 9:30. Have a great day.
Yeah, they don't have pants. They got shorts on. He didn't register. Registration.
Next up, we already did Mr. Wade earlier.
Failure to register.
Next up, we have Robbie Watkins.
Robbie.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Watkins, you're charged with warrantless VOP from Orange County. Orange County.
Yeah, he's a.
Yes, sir. If I may say a few words.
Yes.
I would prefer you not because, I'm not trying to be rude, but
No worries.
let me just
Sorry to
get through
interrupt.
this first, okay? Yeah, you have a warrantless VOP from Orange County. What put you on probation was possession of drug paraphernalia. It's on a felony case, though. That's where it started. It's a CF 25
I didn't know he has it.
10309.
What up, Jessica?
I cannot appoint a public defender, but you can hire a lawyer right now if you want to. As I've joked, you can hire 2 or 3 or 4. It's up to you.
There's
If you
2
have
courts,
that kind
yeah.
of money. If you want the public defender for this, you can always wait till you get back to the Orange County and ask for one.
Well, it's not 2
I've
different
looked over
courts.
the paperwork.
It's two different holding locations.
I'm going to hold you no bond for the VOP, which is customary. And if nothing's holding you in the Polk County Jail, like a local charge, the sheriff here will notify Orange County to come get you.
Oh, she does have
For some
sunglasses
reason,
on.
They haven't come to get you, which does happen, but them being so close, you would think it would happen quickly. If that doesn't happen, we'll bring you back to see a judge on the 26th at 1 p.m. And I think that's
Yes, sir.
next Wednesday.
I was just gonna ask it.
Hold on, sir. Ms. Goins wants to say something.
He was in here last week, a week ago, waiting for Orange County to come get him. And that's why he's here today. This is so he's a bringback.
Hey, shout out to the
I've
60
seen
viewers
multiple people
on
even
White
in the
Tea.
same
Thank you,
dorm as
guys.
me go to Orange County, and I've been here for 2 weeks. Nothing holding me here. I was just gonna see if it's possible if y'all were able to release me, and then for me to fight this on the outside, because I've been here for multiple weeks. Nothing's happened. Nothing's holding me here. I have 2 businesses. I'm a smoke shop owner. I own 2 smoke shops. I have my mother. She's 60 years old. She's handling everything for me. She's barely able to do that. I was just wondering if you guys could consider, please, like anything to just release me and let me handle it in Orange County. That's where I live. That's where I reside. I'm not going anywhere.
Mr. Watkins, real quick, I will be first to admit we have a horrible system when it comes to the process you're going through. And by that, I mean, the clerks have already put on here 11/26. So I guess it has escaped them that you'd already been here a week ago to see a judge. So
yeah, it's been
we
2
don't have
weeks
a
since I've been here.
It's almost like we really should take people in your category and put them at a different time slot, a different category altogether, because you're lumped in with all these people who were arrested last night or yesterday. And
Yes,
I don't have a clue. Unless I was the judge that was here a week ago, I don't have a clue unless I do a deep dive into it.
It's just the fact that I've been here for 2 weeks already.
Yeah,
you know?
I heard all that. I absolutely heard all that. So
He ain't gonna let you go.
this is what I'm going to do. I'm not shocked, candidly, because you have a warrantless VOP. Orange County might be going, well, we didn't issue a warrant, so why are we going to come get him? So this is
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
going to do. Mr. Matthews, I'm going to give them Monday at 5. They have
If you will.
not picked up, because candidly, I'm sure that's what it is. To his point, he sees people in his dorm and go all the time from Orange County, but they're just not coming to get him on a police officer in Polk arresting him on a warrantless VOP from Orange County. They're just not coming to do it because they don't have a document that shows that they got a VOP over there. I'm convinced that's what it is. So, sir, I'm going to order that at 5 o'clock on Monday. If you have not been picked up by Orange County, I'm ordering that you be released from the Polk County Jail.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
They're not gonna let that fool go.
Thank you. Have a good day.
That fool is not going nowhere. You think they're gonna release him?
That day, we need to
11/24 at 5 p.m.
Monday at 5 o'clock.
5 a.m. or p.m.?
AM or PM.
All right, sir, what's your name? I think I'm going through all the ones that I was aware is from.
What up, Ant?
We had some come from Central, we had some come from Bookend.
Yeah, this job, the first appearance is
damn, I got another violation.
easier and easier with all the bouncing back and all the other things, so I'm not shocked. So if you mind telling me who he is?
Hey guys, I'm gonna start the stream all over
I'm
again.
this close to going straight docket.
The one
I'm
that has
telling you.
250
Another
people.
day like today, I'm going to go straight docket.
I just
Spanish
got a
will be staying
violation.
out.
If you guys want to watch it,
I know. I mean,
violation
I
free,
don't-
jump on over
I don't
to
think
YT
there's any, the
at
way
Collect
we do
Call
it is
From.
just
I'll be back.
The way, like today, A through Z, that's the way to do it. That's where I'm leaning. Sir, tell me your name.
My name is Adam McDuffie, sir.
Adam McDuffie. So if you go A through Z, I don't
You guys
care
are
if they're
good.
in South. I don't care if they're in Central. They'll stand up at the podium when I call their name. You know?
Yes, sir.
Adam McDuffie, sir, you are charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of methamphetamine, trespass on property other than a structure or a conveyance. Sir, do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. I have reviewed your paperwork back in my chambers, back before I came to court. I find probable cause for these 3 charges. On the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. On the charge of trespass, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. And lastly, I'm going to set your bond for the meth possession at $5,000. Now, having done that, I can see that you have an open case here in Polk County on 25 CF 10169. What are the charges in that case?
Attempted robbery.
Okay.
Sir, are you asking me, sir?
No, I was asking, I had the case number and I could tell it was a felony and it was recent, but I didn't know what the charge was, because sometimes that may matter to me.
Are you
But, sir,
asking-
since you're out on a bond pretrial release on an attempted robbery.
No, no, I'm out on what do you call that? They said I was brandishing a weapon. I didn't try to rob nobody, no. It said aggravated assault or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case.
So, sir, the police arrested you on what you said, but the final say is the prosecutor who filed formal charges of attempted robbery. I guess you didn't know that, but that's what I'm being told, is the prosecutor changed what the police did, which is within their statutory authority to do that.
Okay,
So, sir,
well,
since you're out on
I
bond
appreciate
with,
that information.
not a problem. Since you're out on bond on a
understand where
felony,
you
and
get
I,
it from, but
since you're out on bond on a felony and you picked up the new felony charges, I am going to revoke your bond and your pretrial release on that attempted robbery, hold you no bond pursuant to the authority of Parker versus State. Have a great day, sir.
okay, you too, man.
Thank you so much.
That fool said, "Have a great day."
Again, I can't. Good afternoon, sir. Please tell me your name.
Brett Netzer.
I'll be honest, I couldn't hear you.
Brett Netzer.
Huh? Come again?
Netder. Netzer.
Thank you so much. Mr. Netzer, you're here on an order revoking your bond on 4 charges. They are fleeing to elude at high speed.
What?
Resisting with violence, assault on a law enforcement officer, and assault on a Leo.
They're robbing my ass. That's what they're telling me.
Who's carrying on conversations? Mr. McDuffie's carrying on conversations in instructing court? All right. Mr. McDuffie, please keep it down, okay? Those microphones are sensitive and you're kind of interrupting court.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I understand you're not happy, but just wanted to let you know we were being able to hear you. Sir, I reviewed the orders revoking your bond on those 4 charges over 2 case numbers. I find probable cause for these 4 holds on you. The judges assigned them once you held no bond.
In the mail, tell me when the dates are.
We're going to hold you no bond.
Hey, Judge, I have an attorney on these cases. Last time I was in Polk County, there was a first-degree attempted murder on me at the hands of Polk County officers. So if I could request to, at minimum, switch counties, as I had no intention of missing the trial date, which was set for last week. And obviously, the trial is set for the future now. And so if I could request to switch counties, as I think that would, be reasonable, considering the scenario, I would appreciate that.
We show you have a private attorney, Ms. Schilling. So the judge, once you held no bond, will hold you no bond. There are opportunities to change venue, and there are opportunities if there's safety concerns to be asked. Sometimes they'll hold you in another county. That kind of thing, that motion doesn't get handled today. So take it up with Ms. Schilling, and you can file it with the appropriate judge that you're assigned to. So, sir, we're going to hold you no bond. Your next court date is December 9. Have a great day.
Here goes Mr. Sleepyhead over here.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Michael Sanchez.
Michael Sanchez.
Michael Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez, you're charged with disorderly intoxication.
Hey, who knows what a dirty Sanchez is?
You have a warrantless VOP for criminal mischief. Do you want the public defender?
The same public defender that I had before?
No, I'm asking you, do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Not the dirty
And I'll appoint them
Sanchez.
to represent you. Sir, I've looked over the paperwork, finding probable cause for the disorderly intoxication. Your bond's 1,000. Your bond on the petty theft is 1,000 as well. As far as the probation, Madam Clerk, can you look that case number up for me? Can you confirm that he is on, it's 25 CF 7348? I just want to make sure that it was kind of ambiguous in the paperwork. I want to make sure that he was on probation here in Polk County and there's been no termination and no revocation.
Yes, probation on 11/20/12, I'm sorry. 18 months,
He went on probation when?
11/12 of this year.
11/12. So I guess you were on probation for about a week when you picked up these new charges. So
Damn, that
okay,
was
sir.
fast.
So I just wanted to confirm that you'll be held no bond on the VOP, 1,000 for each of the 2 misdemeanors. Step to your left.
Coral.
Can I ask a question, please?
Sure.
So, 10% of 1,000 is 100, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then even if I was to bond out, I wouldn't be able to get out because of the VOP?
Correct. Unless
And-
the judge you're assigned to changes that. Step
That's
to your
it?
left. Have a great day.
How long is VOP? Like, how long do I have to stay for a VOP? 30 days?
You need to take that up with your attorney and the prosecutor
Hey,
and the
Sophie,
judge
thank
that's
you.
assigned. Can't tell you. Have a great day.
When will that be?
Next!
Sir, your next court date for the VOP is December 9. December 9. The misdemeanors go to another judge on December 12. Have a great day.
What's up, Giovanni?
Gary Sanders.
Gary Sanders. What do you guys think Gary Sanders did right
Jerry
there?
Sanders, you're charged by information. The charge was amended to felony petty theft.
Petty
Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir. Please.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Is Gary
I've
a
looked
man
over the paperwork.
or a woman? Looks kind of big
Back in my
chested, no?
office, I do find probable cause.
Hold on.
So
am I seeing things
me-
here?
Sir, I don't even know when that was, but I ain't worried about it.
Let's do this. Can you pull up the charging documents?
Gary have
He's on
headlights?
active probation that started on June 6th.
Are those headlights? Yeah, no,
Okay,
those are
he's picked up
headlights.
A new petty theft. And when's the offense date on the new petty theft? Go up. The information.
What the hell?
So the new information says September 24.
Really?
Yeah, so September 24, it says it involves 7-Eleven. So if I got this right, tell me if I'm wrong. He's on active felony probation for a felony petty theft, started in June and is active. The state filed an information alleging that he picked up a new felony petty theft
Also,
on
cheekbones?
September 24 of this year.
That's
correct.
He is a big fella.
Sir, I'm going to set your bond. I'm going to set
Would
your
it be
bond
kind?
on the new offense at $10,000. And I'm going to do what we call an instanter. I'm going to take you into custody and hold you no bond for a VOP on the case that you're on active felony probation for. And that would be 25 CF 2967. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you on the VOP. Have a
Just
nice
another
day.
day in Polk.
Why is the bond so high?
Why is the bond so high? Because
Yes,
it's
sir.
a felony. It's a felony, and you allegedly committed a felony of the same crime that you're on probation for. So I thought, you know what, Judge, I'm going to use my discretion. I think enhanced bond's appropriate for a fella who has a felony petty theft probation. And while he's on felony petty theft probation, I find probable cause that he went into a 7-Eleven and committed a new felony petty theft.
Allegedly in September. Thank you, sir.
Have a great day.
That's all it sounds like.
Santina Dogan,
Hold on, I gotta fix the screen here.
You said her name again one time?
Santina Dogan, Dogan.
I have a Tressa Costin. What has happened with
She
Tressa
bonded.
Costin?
Bonded.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I still have these folks and I didn't know that. Moving on to Santina Dogan. Ms. Dogan, you're charged with resisting without violence tampering with physical evidence, possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia.
What the?
You want the public defender?
Yes.
I'll appoint them to represent you. Ma'am, I've looked over your paperwork back in my office. I find probable cause. Your bond on the resisting is 1,000. Your bond on the tampering is 5,000. Your bond on the paraphernalia is 1,000. Your bond on the cocaine is 5, or a grand total of 12. Have a great day.
Charlene Fowler,
Two felonies, yes. Two felonies are, the tampering and the possession of cocaine are 5.
Yeah, they got a long docket today.
Resisting. Charlene Fowler, ma'am, you're charged with resisting without violence.
What up,
and
Julia?
Petty theft, second offense.
She's happy.
You want the public defender?
Yeah.
I'll appoint them to represent you. Ma'am, I've looked over your paperwork. I find probable cause. To set your bond on each of these 2 misdemeanors at $2,500 apiece, 5,000 total. Have a great day.
Ooh, Lord.
Oh,
Billy Freeman,
Lord.
Ms. Freeman, you're charged with BOPs. What puts you on probation looks to be a prostitution charge and a paraphernalia possession.
Hey.
You want the public defender?
She's a lot
Yes, sir.
lizard.
I want the public defender to represent you.
She's a working
I've
girl.
looked over the paperwork from Judge Pinkett, finding probable cause, going to hold you no bond on each of these 2 charges.
Do you know when my next court date is?
I sure do, ma'am. 12/9.
Did somebody say back page?
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Marlena
Marlena.
Gabbard,
Marlena Gabbard is charged with 5 crimes: resisting without violence, possession of cannabis, tampering with physical evidence, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of methamphetamine. Ma'am, do you want the public defender?
yes, please.
I'll appoint them to represent you. I've looked over the paperwork back in my office. I do find probable cause for the 5 charges. On the resisting without, it's 1,000. The cannabis possession's 1,000. The tampering's 5,000. The possession of methamphetamine is 5,000, and the paraphernalia possession is 1. Have a nice day.
Have a seat. Tanya Hayes bonded. The next one is Jada Paul. J.E. Chapal.
Jada Paul. Ma'am, you have 5 charges. You're here based upon an order regarding your pretrial release. What puts you on pretrial release is scheme to defraud, burglary with a assault or battery, a second charge of burglary with an assault or battery, grand theft of a motor vehicle, and dealing in stolen property. Do you want the public defender?
I have a private attorney.
She's already bonded out, so. You already have a private attorney? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you have regional counsel. There you go.
I think they got arrested yesterday.
Reviewed the paperwork from, looks like Judge Hill. I find probable cause. He wants you held no bond. We'll hold you no bond on these 5 matters and send you to see him on November 26th at 1 p.m. Have a great day.
The next one is Tina King.
Damn, Tina's looking in bad shape.
Ms.
Tina's
King
down
passed
bad.
from earlier. This one's Tina King.
I inserted the, eyeballs.
No problem.
Man, at this rate, it's gonna be like another 2 hours before this court
Charged
finishes.
with 3 crimes: resisting without, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Tina doesn't have any teeth.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I've looked over the paperwork. I find probable cause. Your bond is set at 1,000 on the resisting, 1,000 on the paraphernalia, and 5,000 on the meth. Step to your left.
Tina Toothless.
Adelaida Lopez.
Is charged with domestic violence battery.
Awa.
Ma'am, you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint them to represent you. I've looked over your paperwork,
What up,
finding
Kim?
probable cause. Going to set your bond at $2,500, making it a condition of pretrial release. If you're able to post that bond, you must immediately check in with the Office of Pretrial Release,
Órale.
sign up in person, and call them on
Every time I hear the
Fridays. All the
toilet.
standard conditions plus special conditions, 16, 17, and 18. You can't have weapons or firearms, ammunition, or knives in your possession.
I'll be
You
right
can't
back.
have any intentional contact with a listed victim. This means directly, indirectly, or through a third party. You must stay 500 feet away from them, their home, their vehicles, where they work and where they go to school. If you shared a residence with the alleged victim prior to your arrest, you get to go back to that location one time with the police within the first 48 hours of your release from custody to retrieve essential items like medicine and clothing. Have a nice day, ma'am.
I was on this for day.
Your next court date, it looks like it's December 12. December 12.
Holly McDuffie,
Ms. McDuffie, you're charged with resisting without violence. Do you want the public defender?
no.
Okay, if you change your mind, you can always ask at a later time or remake a request through the public defender's office. I've looked over your paperwork back in my office, finding probable cause. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. Have a nice day.
Can you tell me my next court date, sir?
I sure can. It's December 12th. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thelma Owusu,
She's charged with failure to appear at arraignment on a charge of no valid driver's license. Pam, do you want the public defender?
yes, please.
Go ahead and appoint them to represent you. I've looked over your paperwork. This is a capias from another judge. That judge set your bond at $2,000. $2,000 cash or surety. You'll go see Judge Flynn on the 12th. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You bet.
Belinda Patos,
Ms. Patos, you're charged with possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender?
please.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Looked over your paperwork back in my office. I find probable cause for these two charges. Your bond on the methamphetamine is $5,000. Your bond on the paraphernalia is $1,000. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Harris Tariq,
Harris Tariq, you're charged with a civil matter. It's a writ of bodily attachment.
twice.
One second, ma'am. I'm going to pull up the paperwork I have for you.
37 to 14.
So I have it right here. Ma'am, you have an ability to purge out, okay? Some people have to purge like they owe child support. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to speak a little bit louder. Some people, when the term purge is used, it means money. And usually that's in relation to a child support matter. This is not your kind of purge. You have a separate kind of a purge that Judge Barber gave you. She's the judge that presides over these types of matters. Your writ of bodily attachment is related to a Marchman Act. So I'll read it to you, and you can tell me what you want to do. It says, it is further ordered that the individual, that's you, may purge this contempt and be immediately released from custody at any time. Upon arrest at first appearance, which is where you are now, respondent may purge by agreeing to go to Tri-County Detox here in Bartow and shall be transported to Tri-County Detox by the sheriff. You also agree, after being sent to Tri-County Detox, that you agree to appear at a hearing before Judge Barber or a magistrate Tuesday of next week at 9 a.m. Okay, that's what you got to do if you want to get out of jail. If you don't want to get out of jail by purging, you can just wait in jail and I'll send you to see that magistrate on Tuesday morning. So what would you like to do? Get out, go to Tri-County Detox and come to court on your own on Tuesday, or wait in jail for Tuesday to roll around to see the hearing officer, magistrate?
I would like to be transported, Your Honor.
So I'll take that as you want to be purged. So deputies, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have the sheriff transport you to Tri-County Detox, where you'll stay there and until you're released by the staff at Tri-County Detox. And then upon being released, you're to report on your own Tuesday at 9 a.m. of next week to see Judge Barber or the magistrate here at the Bartow Courthouse, okay? Any questions? Have a nice day, ma'am.
Tiara Timmons.
Ma'am, you're charged with failing to appear for arraignment on a charge of driving while license expired more than 6 months. Do you want the public defender?
Yes.
I'll appoint them to represent you. I reviewed the paperwork. I find probable cause. The judge has set your bond at $1,000. Your next court date is December 12. Have a nice day.
Tia Tomlinson.
She's charged with possession of cannabis and drug paraphernalia, 2 misdemeanors. Ma'am, do you want the public defender?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint them to represent you. I've looked over your paperwork. I do find probable cause. I'm going to set your bond at the standard, 1,000 for each count, so it's 2,000 total. Have a nice day.
When's my next court date?
If you stay in custody, it's going to be on the 12th. If you bond out, very likely they'll push your court date back so you can appear from the street.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Do that. Have a nice day.
Jennifer Tweed.
Ms. Tweed, you're charged with possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Did I miss anything?
Ms. Tweed, I'm going to appoint them to represent you. Looks like you have an extensive history. I'll be honest. Pretrial release tells me you got 118 pages of criminal history.
Damn.
I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody with 118 pages. That might be a record for me.
Damn, son, where'd
Miss
you
Amber
find
here to my
this?
left, who works with pretrial, she's shaking her head. She agrees. It's the most she's ever seen. So, ma'am, I think enhanced bonds are appropriate. I'm going to set your bond on the cocaine at $7,500. Your bond on the paraphernalia at $2,500. Have a nice day.
Sir, may I see my next court date, please?
Sure,
Because I'm
yes, sir.
unable to bond out, period. Because I don't
Okay.
have that kind of money.
Yes, ma'am. Your next court date will be in front of the circuit judge on December the 23rd, a couple days before Christmas.
Thanks for nothing, Judge.
You're
Brianna
welcome.
Tyler.
Ms. Tyler, you're charged with a warrantless BOP on a criminal mischief. That's what puts you on probation. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Ma'am, I've looked over your paperwork and I find probable cause. I'm going to hold you no bond. And you'll go see the arraignment judge on December 9. December 9. Have a great day.
Man, this is like the
Shane
conveyor belt of
Villarreal.
justice right here. Hey, they're definitely
Ma'am,
eating
you're
good in
charged
Florida,
with
though.
warrantless VOPs. The charges that put you on probation are vehicular homicide and DUI with damage to person or property.
Damn, that
Do you want the
escalated
public
quickly.
defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. Ma'am, I looked over your paperwork and I find there's probable cause. The
Florida.
allegation is that you had some whiskey in your possession, which is a violation of your probation.
Whiskey.
So I'm gonna find probable cause, hold you no bond. You'll go see the circuit judge on December 9. Have a great day.
Damn, she's gonna get life.
Amari Williams.
I don't think in Florida they
Ms.
play around with
Williams, you have a
DUIs.
warrantless BOP on 4 things that put you on probation. Transfer information. Yeah, you have, one of them's out of Highlands County. Ms. Goins, 3 from Polk, waiving the reading.
Wave the reading.
Or yes, sir.
All right, so you have 4 VOPs, 1 from Highlands, 3 from Polk. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint the public defender on all 4 of these charges. I've looked over the paperwork. It's an affidavit from your probation officer. It looks like you tested positive for marijuana. So going to find probable cause, going to hold you to bond on all 4 of these. On the 3 local VOPs, you'll go see the judge on the 9th of December. Have a nice day.
James Foster.
Moving on to the gentleman. Who's this?
Matthew Alderman.
I don't like his glasses.
Mr. Alderman, you're
Hey,
here
howdy.
on 6 different matters, 2 new things and 4 things that arise out of PADC or drug court, post-adjudication drug court. The drug court matters are failure to appear for possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of meth.
I was about
That's all
to
from
spit that
drug
out of my
court.
mouth.
Then you have a VOP from drug court for possession of meth. The two new charges are cannabis and paraphernalia possession. Do you want the public defender to represent you on
Why is my jaw moving like this?
Ms. Goins? I will tell you, I'm happy to do the PD on the new charges and the VOP. I'm wondering if the PADC, I was gonna say, is it, you know, I know a lot of times they don't want me to point the public defender when they're in drug
Yeah, he
court
is.
because it's not a VOP.
No
I can do it
cocoa
and
for
they can
him.
clean it up later.
He's not going cocoa for
You
cocoa
follow me?
puffs.
Yes, like not
for
every
sure.
time they get arrested, it's a VOP. It's they're just not coming to court for drug court. It's,
The big dude? Which big dude?
What
Oh,
is-
the one all the way. Butterbean in
Yes,
the
in a
back over there.
situation like this, where there is an in charge, Judge Barber would expect that the PD's office had been appointed. She doesn't separately appoint an interim. And I'm the one who covers drug court, that's why I know.
Well, I'm savvy with the drug court. I've done it for 2.5 years. So, you know. So, but yeah, to your point, I'm glad I didn't know you did that. But a lot of people, a lot of first appearance judges would just do it blanketly. But of course, sometimes if we didn't have the VOPs, the judge would be like, well, and the PD would stand up and say, Judge, we really don't need to be on this case. It's not a VOP and it's not an active case.
That is true. It's not on my case list until they file a violation of an affidavit. And I don't think they've done that yet.
And only on-
They're going to.
Only on one of the possessions of meth do you have that. That's why I was bringing up the 7983. He
Thank you
just
for that
missed
follow.
court with Judge Barber. He doesn't have a VOP.
I agree.
Hey,
So
Tracy,
you-
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
agree, well, I shouldn't appoint the public defender on those two.
That's correct.
Gotcha. I knew I was glad we were on the same page. Sometimes it can be a little confusing for people who haven't ever done the drug court. So, sir, on case number 25 CF 541, I'm going to appoint the public defender. You're here both for a VOP and for a failure to appear. But I'm going to appoint the public defender on that case because it's an active VOP.
Excuse
And
me,
on your
sir.
two- Hold tight, and on your two new
I talked
charges.
to my officers, now I got arrested.
Sir, hold
Whiskey.
tight, okay?
Yeah.
On the possession of paraphernalia and cannabis, I'll appoint the public defender. I'm not going to appoint the public defender on 25 CF 7983 because there's no VOP.
Right.
Right. Just want to make sure the clerks understand. Sir, I find probable cause to hold you for the 4 drug court charges because Judge Barber wants you held no bond. I'm going to hold you no bond.
What is
having
that guy
found
behind him
probable
doing
cause to do
with his
that.
hands up? Oh, he's
On
fixing,
the
was he
two
fixing his
new
glasses?
charges, you're entitled to a bond. I find probable cause for the cannabis and the paraphernalia. Looks like you have a pretty
Smoke
extensive
weed
history,
every
so I'm gonna
day.
set your bond at 2,500 per count on the 2 new misdemeanors. Sir, don't talk about your case, but you had something you wanted to say?
The night I got arrested, my probation officer was there. She said I didn't have no violations.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you what the paperwork shows. You got a VOP on CF 255411. That's a possession of meth. But on the other case number 7983, you don't have a VOP. That's on the possession of meth and paraphernalia that go together.
All right, so I'll see Judge Barber next week, Tuesday.
Yeah, you'll see her and y'all can talk it all out.
All right.
Have a great day, sir.
Judge Jared Alexander, is in the infirmary. Next one is Matthew Banter.
I'm sorry, Deputy, we were kind of sorting through the last one. Who did you say is in the infirmary? That's Alexander, Jared?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Matthew Banter, sir, you're charged with a new crime of felony petty theft and 2 warrantless VOPs. They appear to be from another state, and the charges are robbery and grand theft. Sir, do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
I wonder what he
I
stole.
can appoint them on the felony petty theft. Now, this one's, he's not a fugitive from justice, so I normally would be able to appoint that. PD's. Yeah,
On the interstate one, Ben?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even call it an interstate. Well, I mean, he's being supervised here, I gather, but it wasn't a fugitive of justice, but in an abundance of
Jerry
caution, Ms.
Jones.
Goins, you think Ms. Allen's agreeable that I can appoint on these warrantless VOPs from Michigan? to help him out with his extradition potentially?
The PD's office is appointed on
probably has priors.
fugitive matters for the hearing.
Right. That's I was drawing a distinction between most everything I get are warrants from other states.
Exactly.
This is a local police officer who does a fugitive warrantless VOP from Michigan. So I just want to make sure that clearly they can do it on the fugitive from justice.
Yeah,
warrant from
Haley.
Michigan, but this is a local police officer arrested him. All right. So in abundance of caution, I'm going to appoint the public defender on all three. Sir, the VOP is out of Michigan. I'm going to hold you no bond. A felony petty theft. Candidly, I think the enhanced bonds are appropriate. I'm going to set your bond at 10,000.
Your Honor, may I
Have a
say
nice
something really quick? I'm on probation right now and I report every day, every month, right? For 14 months. And my next report date will be on the 5th. I don't have any warrants and nothing in Michigan. I don't know what where that came from right now. I'm here for a petty theft, which actually I'm innocent on, but that's another day in court. The point of the story is you're saying I have cases in Michigan and I've never been told, and I report to my PO every month. That's got to be a mistake. I have no warrants and no cases in Michigan. None.
Nobody said you had a warrant. We were talking the distinction between when I normally get those from other states. Here, a local policeman, I remember the case, if I read it, I can pull it up. They said you went into a pharmacy, took out a box of ice cream and sat in the pharmacy chair and ate it all up.
Ice cream?
Walked out.
Something at that caliber, yeah. But that's not
what
exactly, but yeah.
That's what they accused you of. So
Right.
when the
Right.
policeman arrested you for eating a box of ice
Yesterday.
cream in
Right.
a pharmacy, when he
Right.
arrested you, he looked and realized, wow, this fella's on probation from Michigan. So
Right,
he didn't wait for your he didn't wait for your probation officer to learn that you allegedly ate a box of ice cream at a pharmacy and left. He, on his own, decided, I'm going to cut out the middleman and I'm going to arrest this gentleman for eating a box of chocolates at a pharmacy and walking out the door. And he arrested you for violating your probation from Michigan. So you're
Oh, I
right,
see
there
what
is
you're
no
saying.
warrant.
DOP is violating your probation. I didn't understand the
Right,
that's
what we were saying.
Thank you.
Right, not
Thank
a
you.
problem. Have a great day, sir.
So when is my next court date?
On all three of them. I'm appointing a public defender. Your next court date for the local charge of petty theft, felony petty theft, is December 23rd. On the fugitive from the warrantless arrest for the Michigan probation is December 1. The probation, the PDs will assist you in deciding whether or not you want to waive extradition and go back there once your local charge is done. So you'll go see them quickly on the Michigan stuff. You'll go see the judge later on the 23rd for the felony petty theft.
All right, thank you.
Have a great day, sir.
Judge, did you put Alexander on for tomorrow?
We did.
Okay.
Jared Alexander, we put him on for tomorrow. Is that who you said?
Yes. The next we
Yeah,
have is Robert Case.
Hopefully it was Rocky Road. I love Rocky Road ice cream. That's the best.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that have the real pieces of marshmallow. Woo! Who loves Rocky Road in here?
Casanova is it the one that
Yeah.
thought he was Spanish, but he didn't?
Right, so we have Bradley Casanova with us?
We've already done him.
No, he was the fella that came up and
Oh,
he came up and said he
Serious,
speaks good
Judge.
English. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
judge, nah.
So, Mr. Casanova, you're charged with VOP on a battery. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you.
Thrifty Rocky Road,
I
yup.
looked over a warrant signed, it looks like by Judge Flynn. I find probable cause to hold you. You'll be held no bond because that's what he wants, and you'll go see him on December the 8th. Have a great day. Now, Robert Case. Mr. Case, thank you for your patience. Mr. Case is charged with 3 VOPs.
Like they got a
Felony
choice.
battery, possession of meth, and possession of drug paraphernalia is what puts you on probation. Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. I've looked over this warrant to my left. Judge Harb signed it November 3rd. I find probable cause. He wants you held no bond. You'll go to see him on the 9th of December. Have a great day.
Yes, sir.
Michael Childers.
Mr. Childers has 3 new crimes: possession of marijuana or cannabis, possession of paraphernalia, and operating a motor vehicle without
Smoke weed every
registration.
day.
Do you want the public defender?
Yeah. The ice cream. for
I'll
sure.
appoint them to represent you on all 3 of these charges. Sir, I've looked over your paperwork. I find probable cause. I'm going to bump your bonds up a little bit because you have an open felony and an extensive history. So on your,
You're gonna up my bond.
say again?
You're gonna up my bond?
Yes,
Florida.
Why are you gonna up my bond for? I've never missed a court date yet.
because
That's the problem.
you picked up a new crime while you're out on bond on a felony matter, and you have 21 pages of criminal history. So I believe that
I didn't do this thing. Whatever. Go ahead.
All
Up
right.
it to $1,000 million.
wait, what?
Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. Come on back. Your hearing's not over
Okay.
yet.
Come on.
It is for me.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Mr. Childers,
Up it,
come on.
motherfucker. Up it.
Mr. Childers, if I let you behave like that, didn't call you out on it, what kind
Call
of
me
judge
out.
would I be? All these fellas behind you would think they could do that and get away with it. Come on now. I'm trying to be respectful. You asked a question, I answered it. I didn't make something up. I told you the
I've
reason
never
why.
missed a court date, and I didn't do the charges I was accused of before, and I'm pissed
All
off
right,
about
sir.
it. I'm sorry, Judge.
Yeah, don't
I
talk
really
about the
didn't do the
facts.
charges I did. They dipped me for this time either.
Apologize. That's it.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Like I said, I wanted to get through this, but when people ask me questions, I try to answer them.
Look at that cop
Sir,
putting
your
his gloves
possession
on.
of cannabis is 2,000. Your possession of paraphernalia 2,000. You're operating a motor vehicle with no registration is 500. I'm going to revoke your pretrial and your bond on 25 CF 3116. Hold you pursuant to the authority of Parker versus State. No bond, and I'll appoint the public defender.
That
Have a
fool
great day.
When's my court date?
That fool
Are
folded
you
like
asking me when
Yeah.
your next court date is?
that fool
Yeah.
folded like toilet
As long as you
paper.
ask nicely, I'll nicely tell you that it's December the 12th. If you ask in a way that it sounds like you're demanding it, I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, if you're left.
What happened now, tough
Glenn
guy?
Croft.
They're gonna beat that fool right
Glenn
now.
Croft is charged with failure to appear for court on 2 charges. Driving while license suspended and leaving the scene. Sir, do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir. I would like that. Thank you.
You bet.
They're gonna give that guy
Sir, I'll
flashlight
appoint them to
treatment.
represent you. I've looked over a warrant. It's actually a capias from Judge Griffin, who's now retired. He's set your bond at 1,000 per count. So I'm gonna leave your bond there. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have you guys ever seen those flashlights that the
You bet.
cops
Have a great
carry
day.
around? They're gonna hit him upside the head.
Mason Croft is charged with resisting without violence.
Hey, this fool looks like David
Mr.
Koresh.
Croft, you want the public defender?
I'm able to opt into one at any time, right?
You
Hold on.
can. Yeah, you can say no today and change your mind tomorrow.
I'd like to wait until I get my phone call. I've been waiting the entire time
A mag
to get
light.
a phone call.
Okay, sir. If you, like I said, if you change your mind, you can always ask for a public defender. Anytime you see a judge, and I think there's ways you can, correspondence ways that you can reach out to the public defender. And they can file a motion on your
David
behalf
Koresh.
if it's between court dates. Sir, I've looked over your paperwork on the resisting without, I find probable cause. Your bond is $1,000. Have a great day.
Benjamin Cruz.
He's charged with domestic violence battery.
Why?
Sir, do you want the public defender?
Yes, I do.
I'll appoint them to represent you. I've looked over the paperwork, finding probable cause. Your
50
bond is
kids,
$5,000.
200
I'll make it
grandkids?
a condition of pretrial release. If you're able to post that bond, you must immediately check in with pretrial, sign up in person, calling them on Fridays. You have all the standard conditions of pretrial, plus the following special conditions, 16, 17, 18. 16 says you can't possess or carry weapons or firearms, ammunition, or knives. 17 says you can't have any intentional contact with a listed victim. This means directly, indirectly, or through a third party. Stay 500 feet away from them, their home, their vehicles, where they work, and where they go to school. 18 says if you live there with them prior to being arrested, you get to return to that shared residence one time only, with the police to retrieve essential items like medicine and clothing. Have a great day, sir.
I'm just glad this judge doesn't say
Julian
500
Dixon.
foot.
Mr. Dixon's charged with domestic violence, aggravated assault, and
Agua.
criminal mischief greater than $200. Sir, do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yeah.
All right, sir. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Your case involves a warrant that was previously signed by another judge. Let's take a quick look and I'll tell you. It looks like that was Judge Kravitz signed it just a few days ago. So I find probable cause just like she already had. I'm going to set your bond on the criminal mischief at $1,000. I'm going to set your bond on the domestic violence ag assault at $10,000. Going to make those bonds conditions of pretrial release. If you're able to post those bonds, you must immediately check in with pretrial, sign up in person, calling them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. All the standard conditions plus the following special conditions. Conditions 16 and 17, which says you can't have any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or knives in your possession. 17 says you can't have any intentional contact with the listed victims. This means directly, indirectly, or through a third party. Stay 500 feet away from the victim, their home, their vehicles, where they work, and where they go to school. Step to your left, sir.
Why do I flush the toilet when I hear domestic violence? Why? Because
The next court date is.
how dare you be like the
December
person that
23rd,
you claim to love,
8:15 for arraignment.
Vincent Drake.
whether it's your partner, your
Mr.
wife,
Drake,
your
you're charged
husband,
with felony petty
your
theft.
parents,
Do you want
siblings.
the public defender appointed to represent you? You're shaking your head no. Okay, if you change your mind, you can always ask at a later time. Sir, I've looked over your paperwork. I find probable cause. Set your bond at $5,000. Have a great day.
James
So
Foster.
that's why I flushed the
Mr.
toilet.
Foster, you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of a weapon or ammunition by a convicted felon.
Thank you, Your Honor. I apologize. I do have
I also
the,
do it for the PDFers too.
an argument I want to
They
make.
might
when
get
the
an
court's
extra
ready.
one.
Sure, sure. Sir, do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. Can you pull up his affidavit? And I'll jog my memory real quick.
Hey, what up, Candace, if you will. You sounded just like him.
Alleged stun gun in his left pocket.
Stun gun.
Ms. Goins, go right ahead.
I challenge the probable cause finding on this in the affidavit because of the fact that
Very nice, thank you.
alprazolam, of course, we know is Xanax.
Yep.
And that the officer in this.
He's playing with his junk. Oh, he is playing with his junk.
That he didn't have a prescription.
He's a
And yet It
mañaco.
was never specified in here that between the difference between the yellow pill
He's trying to find
and
it.
the blue pill,
Blue pill?
since both were Xanax. One of them was the generic and the other one was alprazolam. So that being the case, it's very unclear because he's been charged with having these medications without a prescription.
I only show that he's charged with meth, paraphernalia, and a weapon by a convicted felon. I don't even show alprazolam.
Judge, that's Andrew Foster. He bonded out.
So James, oh, we said James Foster.
We're on James Foster.
Right, so
Andrew
Miss
Foster
Goins
bonded.
is confused on, she's reading James or Andrew Foster.
There's a lot of methany out there in Polk County.
Yes. Okay.
No, we haven't even got to Andrew yet, so we shouldn't even be talking about Andrew because we're on James.
Hey, keep my name out of there.
That's good. And that my mistake, sorry.
Not a problem. Any other cause challenges on James Parker Foster?
No, or no, sir.
This is
All right.
Florida.
So,
What up,
Mr.
Taurus?
Foster, having found probable cause for these three charges, you got 57 pages. On most days, you might get the recognition for the most. But with that lady with 100 plus, you're not there.
He's
But
halfway.
That's quite a record, 57 pages. Sir, I'm going to set your bond on the possession of methamphetamine at $5,000, $1,000 on the paraphernalia, and on the possession of a concealed weapon by a convicted felon, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000.
That other lady had over 100.
I have a question,
Yeah, I appointed the public defender. Yep.
if I can ask.
Did you say something, sir?
Yes, sir, I have a question, please, sir.
Sure.
Please, sir.
On the stun gun thing, I didn't realize that it was against law for a felon not to have one.
I don't mean
I know
nothing.
it's against law for a felon to have possession of a firearm or possession of ammo
118.
and that, but I didn't know about the stun gun thing. I thought that was an alternative because of my felony charges. I didn't know it was illegal until the officer said that, and I gave it to him free and willingly. I had no problem with that whatsoever, but I didn't know that was the law.
Don't talk about the case. I'll just tell you that you know, when you read the
Man, I haven't got
statute,
dessert
it has
today.
various charges, and we usually give it a title. And you always commonly hear it as possession of firearm by a convicted felon. But that same
warm.
statute allows someone to be, you know, held criminally liable for having not a firearm, but a weapon by a convicted felon that's concealed.
Propane and
So
propane
here, that's the
accessories.
allegation, is you had it concealed, and it wasn't a firearm, but it was a weapon that was concealed. So that's where I found the probable cause. No one alleged that you had a firearm, but merely a weapon that was concealed, and you can't do that as a convicted felon. All right, sir, have a great day. And now moving to Andrew Foster. Andrew Foster has bonded out. All right, Andrew's bonded out. So we moved on to Debbie,
Donald
who's
Gray.
next?
Donald Gray.
Thank you so much. Has failed to appear for pretrial for a
Right,
charge
straight,
of
Tracy.
trespass. Sir, it looks like you already have a lawyer. I find probable cause. Looks like the judge set your bond at $250. Have a great day.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Hey, shout out to my wife.
Robert Greer.
Mr. Greer, you're charged with battery. You want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
You do? All right, Mr. Greer, I'll appoint the public defender. Looked over the affidavit that came to me. I find probable cause. Going to set your bond at $1,000. Have a great day.
Why does he have a burgundy shirt on?
Right here, Greer.
That's what I want to know.
The next one is Bing Hanson.
Mr. Hanson, you're charged with grand theft greater than $20,000 but less than $100,000. You're also charged with obtaining property by fraud, $20,000 or more but less than $50,000. Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. Sir, I've looked over your affidavit. In fact, it was a warrant already approved by another judge, but I read it over to make sure I get in a position to set a bond. So having done that, and just so for your information, it was Judge Stacy Taylor signed your warrant. She signed it yesterday. So I find probable cause just like she did. Having reviewed the paperwork, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000 per count, a total of
Medical?
$20,000.
PC?
I'm going to make it a condition of pretrial release. If you post that bond, you must immediately check in with the Office of Pretrial Release, sign up in person, calling them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You have all the standard conditions that everybody else has, plus the following special conditions. That's condition 17, which says you can't have any intentional contact with a listed victim. This means directly, indirectly, or through a third party. Stay 500 feet away from the victim, their home, their vehicles, their office, where they work or where they go to school, okay? So this also is an event location because it's a business, that's the alleged victim. So make sure you stay away from the property of the business, okay? Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Vernon Hardage.
High risk?
He's charged with resisting an officer without violence, sir. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. Sir, I've reviewed the affidavit. I find probable cause. I'll set your bond.
Why?
It's an open case, started as a summons. He failed to appear and then he bonded out.
Hey, what up, Southside?
On
Yeah,
another case.
The failure to appear, I was in the hospital. It was a letter signed, it was a letterhead signed, identified it. They gave it to me. Even though I bumped out, When they got the letter, the judge responded to it.
Battery?
Touch and strike, yes, sir.
All right, sir. So what I'm going to do is, since you picked up a new charge while out on bond, I'm going to first off enhance your bond on the resisting to $2,000. And then I'm going to take you into custody on 25 MM 6239, hold you no bond pursuant to the authority of Parker versus State.
Mary, thank you for
Appoint
that
the
follow.
public defender on that
Steph,
battery
thank you.
misdemeanor if you weren't already appointed them to represent you. Have a nice day, sir.
Your Honor, why did you up my bond?
Because you were already out on bond and you picked up a new charge, so I thought an enhanced bond was appropriate for someone in that situation. Have a great day.
When do I go to court?
EA Sports.
When do you go to court? Well, you got 2 cases now. So Madam Clerk, can you go back so I can tell him when he goes to court on his new charge? On your new charge, you go to court on 12/12, and that'll be with Judge Flynn. And you can, does that
Don't
other
cry
case,
now,
is that already
homeboy.
with Judge
I go
Flynn?
to court, Your Honor.
No.
Your Honor. I go to court on the 10th of
All
next
right, so
month.
6239. There's no reason to send this one anywhere. Huh?
Judge Cole.
Well, it's gonna be reset.
Okay.
It'll be reset in here.
Yeah, we need to set them both and we need to set them. So you had a Winter Haven case with Judge Cole?
Yes, right, on the 10th.
He don't do any cases out there with people in jail, and since you're gonna be in jail, we'll transfer that case to Bartow, and you'll have both of them heard on the 12th. Have a
Problem
great
solved.
day, sir.
Robert Hoffman,
Mr. Hoffman, you're charged with resisting
sound like
without
an emotion.
violence and tampering in a misdemeanor proceeding. Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them. Sir, I've looked over the paperwork. I do find probable cause for these 2 charges. You got 59 pages is what pretrial tells me. That's an
59?
extensive prior record. So sir, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set your bond on the resisting at 1,000. I'm going to set your bond on the tampering at 5,000. And I'm going to make those bonds conditions of pretrial release. If you're able to post that bond, you must immediately check in with the Office of Pretrial Release. Sign up in person, calling them on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Hey, the
You
people
have
out in
all the
Florida,
standard conditions.
they're
plus
dedicated
Special condition
to the outlaw
16 and
life.
17, which says you can't use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives.
What about a taser?
Now, the person who is the victim of the tampering,
181
you're not
pages
allowed
like
to
that other
have
woman.
any contact with this person. 0. None at all. That means directly, indirectly, or through a third party. Have contact with her in writing, in person, by telephone,
Are those
pager,
socks?
fax, texting, email, or through social media. You got to stay 500 feet away from her, as well as her home, her vehicles, where she works, and where she goes to school. Step to your left, sir.
His new girlfriend are gonna be them socks right there. That who's gonna make a fifi.
Michael Honor,
About to get them plastic.
Mr. Honor, you're charged with
Plastic
10
gloves.
new add-on crimes.
Oh,
Yeah, the add-on crimes are 4 counts.
Who said that? Who said that?
Bring up their charging documents.
He's about to get some Jergens. About to get them socks, those long tube socks.
Yes, sir.
Towel, some
You're
plastic
charged
gloves.
with 4 counts of passing a counterfeit bill. There's allegations you passed counterfeit currency.
I got 2 streams going. You could jump to the other one if you want to see it
4
clear.
additional counts of possession of counterfeit currency with intent to distribute. You're charged with a ninth offense of scheming to defraud, and the 10th new offense is felony petty theft. Third, do you want the public defender appointed to represent you on these 10 charges?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you.
ODB. He does look like ODB.
On the
Not the
4
video.
counts of passing a counterfeit banknote, in this case, like I said, it's a $100 bill as the allegation. Can you go back and pull up your recommendation? Shows you got 72 pages. Man, some days you'd be in the lead, but not
72.
today.
Not
And that's a
today.
lot, 72
Not today.
pages. So you got an extensive criminal history. I believe enhanced bonds are appropriate. So for the 4 counts of passing a counterfeit money, I'm gonna set your bond at $10,000 cash or surety on those 4. On your 4 counts of possession of a counterfeit bill with intent to distribute, I'll leave those 4 at $5,000 per count. On your count of scheming to defraud, that'll be $10,000, and on your felony petty theft, that'll be $10,000. Have a nice day, sir.
And all those F3s, Judge?
Are you saying, are they F3s?
F3, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Let me go back and look. I believe they are. Yeah, they're all F3s.
And Judge, if I may, just so I'm clear, in reading the warrant, I'm showing 6 counts of passing a counterfeit bill.
6?
6 counts of possession of a counterfeit bill.
This is still the same one.
1 count defraud, 1 count petty theft. Am I in error?
These are
I'm looking at
add-ons.
that.
I don't know if he's already been.
I'm looking at the affidavit, which has 4, 4, 1, and 1. Now, they clearly start at the 18th charge, so he has 17 other charges. Add yours up, does it come up to 17?
I'm only looking at the warrant right now.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to put him on today's.
It's safe to say he's going to prison.
I haven't seen a warrant, so if there's a warrant, yeah, I haven't seen it.
Mr. Honors has been, I believe he's been through first hearings recently on those, but this affidavit just had to do with 4, allegedly 4 $100 bills and the transactions.
Okay, it's just titled wrong. Okay.
What this fool do?
I appreciate the court there.
No problem.
They're talking
No
about
problem.
this dude, right? ODB,
All
right?
So we're done with Mr. Honors. Like I said, he wasn't on pretrial release or anything, was he, for those other 17 charges? If he was, I want to put him on pretrial with the same
Coolio.
conditions that he was previously put on pretrial. Did you? That's always good to know. Mr. Matthews, did you see that warrant? Does it have pretrial release conditions?
I need to look again, Judge. The way it pulled up on my screen, it was misleading.
17 is crazy. Why? I mean, you got to give it to him for the dedication, right? He's not a quitter for sure.
Yeah. And it is Judge Ramirez signed on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be consistent, so I want to put him on pretrial on these new 10.
Showing no official contact with any victim and stay 500 feet away. Do you want me to?
Yeah, not very consistent anyway. Not that many people. I don't think, has he let anybody go home today?
And that is the one that goes 6 counts.
That's the one he's been for experience previously.
Oh, these are, okay. Well, these, and I thank you for being this.
17, and it's a no contact with the event location, which I'm going off of memory. If you pull it up,
One
it's
guy?
Dollar General or somewhere like that.
Dollar General. Man, hey, Dollar General, the prices recently went up. It's $1.50 now. It's not $1.25 anymore. I went not too long ago, man, and I was like, man, $1.50 now? Man.
There it is. Yeah.
One went
Dollar
home?
General, yeah. See, so, yeah. So Mr. Honor can't go to any Dollar General while he's on pretrial release and has no contact with the victim. So there, thank you so much. All right, we're ready for the next one.
Cody Lewis.
Oh, Dollar Tree.
Mr. Lewis, you're charged with domestic battery. Do you want the public defender?
What?
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm going to represent you, sir. I've looked over the affidavit. I find probable cause. Set your bond at $2,500 and make it a condition of pretrial release. If you post that bond, you must immediately check in with pretrial release services. Sign up in person, calling them on Fridays. You have all the standard pretrial release conditions plus special conditions 16, 17, and 18. 16 says you can't have weapons or firearms, ammunition, or knives in your possession. 17 says you can't have any intentional contact with a listed victim, directly, indirectly, or through a third party. Stay 500 feet away from them, their home, their vehicles, where they work, or where they go to school. 18 says if you shared that residence with them prior to your arrest, you get to go back one time and one time only with the police within 48 hours of getting out of jail.
Where's the crazy chick at?
Like medicine and clothing. Have a nice day, sir.
I don't see her. Does anybody see the crazy chick?
Joseph Long.
Mr. Long, you're charged with possession of meth and paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll go ahead and appoint them to represent you. Sir, I've looked over your paperwork back in my office and I find probable cause. Set your bond at 5,000 on the meth, 1,000 on the paraphernalia. Have a nice day.
Can you tell me when my next court date is?
Yeah, it'll take a second. The clerk's gonna pull it up for me. But it looks like it's 2 days before Christmas, the 23rd.
I'd buy that
Napoleon,
This is a bring back, Your Honor.
Okay, and this is one where he's been in our jail for.
He came in,
So whenever you use that word bring back, I think, oh, he wasn't able to come down yesterday. So when we
They didn't
talk
tell- I
about
don't think they told her
bringbacks
next
on
week.
These types, make sure it's specific. And he came and saw a judge who says, we'll bring you back to see another judge in a week.
a week from today,
Okay.
he was before the court and I was here. And his case was set off until today. to
That's
see
right,
if
Ginger.
Osceola County was going to respond. So they're just right next door to him.
Well, you see what's consistent about this one and the last felon. It's a warrantless VOP. Not a warrant for their judge over there. It's a warrantless. So that tends to be a sticking point with some of the jails. All right, Matthews, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other fellow. I think that we're not talking about Escambia or Monroe County. We're talking about, Osceola.
Yes,
They've probably been here.
I mean, my office isn't actually a party, but nonetheless, yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I bet Osceola's been here daily since he saw the judge last. All right, Mr. Louverture.
Yes,
Sir, you're here on a warrantless VOP from Osceola County. What put you on probation was burglary of a structure. I can't appoint a public defender, but you can hire a lawyer if you want. If you want the public defender, just wait till you're back in front of a judge over in Osceola. I find probable cause to hold you like the judge did a week ago, but they haven't come to get you and I don't have any explanation why. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to order the jail here in Polk County that they will release you at 5 o'clock on Monday afternoon if you have not been picked up by Osceola Sheriff. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So, now that doesn't necessarily mean that this allegation of violating your probation goes away. It just means I'm letting you out of our jail. Now, they might decide to issue a warrant or do something different, but all I'm doing is letting you out of our jail because they didn't come to get you in the time we told them to come get you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Have a great day, sir.
You could check out these court hearings at Collect Call from
Eugenio
YT. I
Mendez?
run these daily. Not this one, but other courts.
Did we handle Alvin Mathurin?
He was in South County.
Did we already do him?
No.
Do we have a Mathurin with you?
No, I have him in South County.
Yeah, well, he wasn't there, so I'm guessing, does that mean we should bring you back tomorrow, Ms. Goins?
Tomorrow? They have court tomorrow?
Bring back. My guess is he's in transit between the two jails.
Yes.
Madam Clerk, can you bring Alvin Mathurin back to first appearance tomorrow?
Hey, what up, Brent?
All right, now that
Also,
takes us, go ahead.
McNair is in the
7 days a
hospital.
week?
So we'll have McNair brought back tomorrow.
But where I'm from,
And we'll check in to see if he's available.
they only have
tomorrow
court
as
Monday
well.
through Friday.
Next one is Mendez.
Eugenio Mendez is charged with failure to appear for violation of probation court on dealing in stolen property and false verification of ownership to a pawnbroker. Sir, do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
I'll go ahead and appoint them to represent you. I've looked over this capias issued by Judge Durden. He's now retired, so this thing's been got an age on it. You failed to appear for court back in
Monday through
August of
Thursday only?
24. Find probable cause. He wants you held no bond.
Monday through
We'll
Friday.
hold you no bond and send you to see the circuit judge on December 9.
Hey,
Have
Brent,
a great
thank you.
day.
Yana, can I say something?
Nope.
Well, it's not going to change anything because,
Hey, right, Charlie?
but if you want to say something, go right ahead. Just don't talk about anything.
He's going to talk about his
Back
case.
to your case.
Monday, Wednesday, and
I never
Fridays?
received the letter or anything from anyone saying that I had a court date to appear to. And I followed all the rules and everything. I applied to everything.
Judge don't care.
Okay, have a great day, sir.
Have a great day.
Taj Pearson.
Mr. Pearson, you're charged with violating your probation on a grand theft of a firearm and a minor in possession of a firearm. Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll appoint them to represent you.
That fool is
Sir, I
young.
looked over Judge Harb's warrant. He signed it 2 days ago, finding probable cause. I'll hold you no bond on these two. You'll go see him on the 9th of December. Step to your left.
Step 2.
Andrew Percoco.
Ooh, Butterbean. Butterbean
He's
is up.
charged by a direct information. So what that means, sir, is
Big
most
fella.
of these folks here are here because a policeman arrested them yesterday. In your situation, you're here because the state attorney has already reviewed your allegations and they filed formal charges against you. They are fraud greater than $5,000, but less than $10,000, scheme to defraud, and grand theft. Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
I do, Your Honor. I also have a quick question, if possible. I've never done anything in my life, and this is an identity theft situation, but I know that I have.
Is that
my
that
days
lawyer
to
guy?
prove that. I'm just
What's his
asking
name?
if there's any way. Oh, and also, I was
The
never
lawyer
read my
investor?
Miranda rights yesterday when I was arrested. I've complied in every way, and I will
Don't
always
talk
comply.
about, yeah, I'm trying to cut you off other than saying, please don't talk about the
I'm so sorry.
investigation or I'm not saying it to be selfish. I'm saying it to protect you because
Okay.
everything's being recorded, okay?
Sure, I understand.
Yeah.
I just
So-
wanted to make that, that's all.
Don't do
Okay, well, information.
Also, I'm
I
on
had to
social
clip that
security
one.
disability,
Let me
and my
clip it.
wife is as well, and she's a lot older than I am. So money is extremely tight as it is, and it's just so disheartening what happened, and I don't even know what to do.
Okay, sir, so just so you know, clearly misdemeanors have a lower bond than a felony. Non-violent felonies have a lower bond than violent felonies. So there's a pecking order or a hierarchy. You have 1 second-degree felony. That's the big one. It's punishable up to 15 years in prison, and this charge carries with it a 3-year mandatory minimum prison sentence. The other two are lower. They're third-degree felonies. Each of those is punishable up to 5 years in prison with no min-man. I tell you that because the judge who signed off on, when the state filed the information, the clerks gave you the standard bond for the smaller.
Hey, what up,
ones,
Army?
Which is $5,000 for the grand theft, $5,000 for the scheme to defraud. I'm telling you that because the one that you didn't get a bond yet is the one I have to give you a bond on. Well, clearly, if you got $5,000 on 2 crimes that are smaller, and the one that I have to give you a bond on is much bigger, you can do 3 times as much prison, and you have a mandatory minimum prison
Oh, that's
sentence.
it. No more
It's gonna
screaming
be
for
high.
him no more. He's done.
I'm telling
It's
you
a
that
wrap.
to say, I'm setting your bond on
Lights
the
out.
fraud greater than 5,000 or more than 10 individuals. I'm going to set your bond at $10,000 cash or surety. Okay.
That's it,
Have a
guys.
great day.
It's a wrap. With that being said, it's lights out like a candle in the wind.
Antron Pompey.
5 and 5. Yeah. Mr. Pompey, you're charged with. It's going to, you're going to waive on one thing.
I asked if you waive.
Okay. So, sir, you're charged with 2 crimes.
What up, Joni?
Let's see. You got that charging document? I know 2 of them, at least one of them. Well, they're both. I wanted to confirm. Yeah, both are third-degree felonies. Sir, do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
I would like to know, I don't understand why I would be getting charged with those type of charges that I just got released from Polk County Jail 3 days ago. So I don't understand how I had more cases prior to me and I was on VOP.
Well, you have every right to read the affidavit that I read. It's about 2 full pages of narrative, a 4-page document. You can certainly read it. Maybe that'll help you understand. But I found probable cause. I just need to know, do you want the public defender to represent you?
How will I go about getting my affidavit? Because I never read anything.
All right,
and I
sir.
never
So
saw
I'm going to
it.
appoint a public defender to represent you. I find probable cause for these two charges. I'm going to set your bond on each of these F3s at 5,000 cash or surety. Take.
Yeah.
Go to your left, sir, and you can talk to your public defender about how you get your
Okay.
discovery.
The
So
judge
I
can't
have
even
a
talk
bond?
anymore.
5,000 each.
Yes, sir.
What up, Nicole?
5,000 on each of your 2 third-degree felonies.
Okay.
You have a public defender, so you can talk to them about all your questions and how you go about getting your affidavit through the discovery process.
When is my court date?
Your court date is 2 days before Christmas. Have a nice day.
All right.
Hey, welcome, Melissa.
Stephen Quarles is in the hospital. Next is Christopher Reese.
Who's the little fella? What does little fella
We
do?
already called him and he's in the hospital. Christopher
What up,
Reese, you're
Kirsten?
charged with resisting without violence. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. Look over the paperwork, finding probable cause, setting your bond at $1,000. Have a great day.
Merry Christmas,
When's my
my
court date?
boy.
Your next court date is 12/12 unless you bond out. Bond out, they'll push it back further.
Thank you.
You bet. Have a great day.
Hey, Mom.
12.
How much is my bond?
1,000.
Okay.
Douglas Reynolds.
I haven't taken a
Mr.
break
Reynolds,
yet.
you're charged with, well, yours is you have crimes out of Hillsborough County. Okay, Hillsborough. Your bondsman went off bond. I gather he went off bond because if you're in jail over here on local charges, you weren't getting any credit for your Hillsborough stuff. So it looks like he made a strategic decision to go off bond. So now instead of being in jail on your Polk charges, you're in jail on your Polk charges and your Hillsborough charges.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I'm not gonna, I can't appoint a public defender for a Hillsborough case, but you can hire a lawyer. I've looked over the paperwork. I find probable cause. I'm gonna basically, because he went off bond, I'm gonna put the bonds back to where they were. So your bond on the Hillsborough case, false imprisonment is 5,000. Is that right? Yeah, 5,000. Double checking myself. Yeah, 5,000 on the false imprisonment, 2,500 on the domestic battery. Have a great day, sir.
Why?
Paul Romero.
He's charged with possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Sir, do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll
False
appoint the
imprisonment?
public defender to represent you.
It's kind of like
Sir,
kidnapping.
I've looked over your paperwork, finding probable cause, taking note of your 67 pages of criminal history,
67.
setting your bond at $5,000 on the meth, 1,000 on the paraphernalia.
June,
Have
thank
a
you.
nice day.
I hear Paul.
Man, I can't wait for them to
Rudolph?
bring that one lady
Go
back.
ahead.
Sorry.
The one that was talking.
I'm
I hope
sorry.
she comes back.
Miss Will.
And she lets the
first,
judge
Mr.
have
Reynolds,
it.
Should I put that?
6, 7.
Check
Like my
back
daughter
with him in a
says.
week if he isn't able to bond out.
No, because he's got local charges, I believe, is what, that was the whole reason why he went off bond, because that's my belief, like, based on the paperwork. Yeah, so just like, yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you. I didn't have that on my sheet here.
So,
What
yeah,
up,
when
Bosky?
when he bonds out or resolves the locals, then they'll bring you back and put Hillsborough on the clock.
Very good. Thank you.
No problem. Go right ahead, Deputy. I'm sorry, who's the next one?
You gotta
Rudolph?
stop. You gotta stop the
Mr.
6,
Rudolph,
7.
you're charged with possession of an open container. It's a county ordinance. Do you want the public defender? Actually, you don't get the public defender, but you get a court-appointed
That's no
lawyer.
bueno.
Do you want one?
I thought it was silver.
Thought it was who?
I thought it was silver. Silver man.
Well, no, they arrested you, so that they at least they believe it's criminal. An open container, depending, we have county
laughing.
ordinances, we have civil ordinances. Mr. Matthews, what's your position? He's in jail, so somebody thinks it's criminal.
It's punishable by jail and a fine, Judge.
By
What
punishable
up,
by
Brit- what
jail.
up,
So
Brittany?
it's punishable by jail, it's criminal. So if you want the public defender, I'm sorry, the court-appointed attorney, it'll probably be Ms. Cheatwood. I'll try to get that paperwork done. And so when you go to arraignment, she will already been notified to meet you there to represent you.
What's the date?
Right now, your court date is 12/12. That gives me plenty of time to get that order prepared and signed, appointing a local attorney to represent you. If you bond it out, they would push it back a little bit, but if you stay in custody, 12/12 is your next court date.
12,
250.
12.
250, yes, sir. Have a
Hey,
great day,
Busky,
sir.
you've been watching for like a year
Slate.
now, right?
Let me make sure. That last gentleman was, Toronto
Just another day in the
Rudolph. I just
office,
need to
right?
make
That's
sure.
right, Nicole.
'Cause, you know, I've noticed when I do arraignments, my colleagues, they appoint Gail Sheetwood, then they somehow go back to their office and forget to do an order. So when I show up to be the arraignment judge, I call these fellas up. There's no attorney there. There's no
Florida, yeah.
order in the file appointing them. That I then have, now, of course, the state's wanting to offer time served, and guess who wants time served?
This is a
They
prison
do.
fashion
And
show.
I can't take a plate from you, sir.
It's not
You've been
real.
appointed a judge. You've been appointed by a judge, an attorney. So I'm gonna have to continue this a week to get that attorney filed. And then now they're
Thank you
mad
for
at
the
me
follow.
because they didn't
You
get the
withdrawing?
order signed and prepared. So I always make a point to take this back and give it to the old JA.
Hey,
So she
thanks,
can appoint Ms.
Botsky.
Cheatwood. Yeah. Making my notes. All right. Go right ahead. Who do we have next?
Thanks, Hype Queen.
Bert
Love
Slate.
watching you. Love you guys watching
Thank
me.
you. Domestic violence battery is your charge.
Why?
Sir, do you want the public defender?
Yeah.
I'll want them to represent you. I looked over your paperwork. I find probable cause for the charge. I'm setting your bond at $2,000 cash or surety and making it a condition of pretrial release.
Maricopa, it's
If
actually
you
gonna start in
post
2
that bond,
minutes.
You must immediately check in with pretrial services. Sign up with them in person, calling them on Fridays. Have all the standard conditions of pretrial, plus the following special conditions.
Tennessee?
16, 17, and 18. 16 says you can't have weapons, firearms, or ammunition in your possession. 17 says you can't have any intentional contact with the listed victim. Stay 500 feet away from the victim, their home, their vehicles, where they work, or where they go to school. 18 says if by chance you did share a home with them prior to being arrested, you get to go back there one time within 48 hours of getting out of jail.
Do they have any courts like this?
To get your essential items like medicine and clothing. Have a great day, sir.
Have a great day. I'm in jail, Your Honor.
Jacob Smith.
Mr. Smith, you're charged with
What up from England?
3 BOPs. What put you on probation originally was burglary, carrying a concealed weapon, and false ID to a police officer. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. I'm looking at Judge Harb's warrant he signed 3 days ago.
Hey, Justin,
Finding
thank you.
probable cause, I'm going to hold you no bond. You'll go see him on the 9th of December. Step to your left.
Blake Swanger.
Cast a
Mr.
surety.
Swanger is charged with felony petty theft.
They gotta show where the money comes from, I
Mr.
believe.
Swanger, do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
I'll go ahead and appoint that officer.
That's
to
what I'm hoping
represent you. Let's take a look at Mr. Swanger's 88 pages of prior record. Pull up the affidavit. I'll jog my memory on this. Yeah, Mr. Swanger is charged with
This is Miami, not
going
Miami,
into Aldi
Florida,
and stealing
Polk
some
County.
expensive steaks. All right, sir. I'm gonna appoint the public defender.
If you got
to
some links,
represent
send them
you.
to me.
I find probable cause, setting your bond at
88 pages?
$5,000, making it a condition of pretrial release. If you post that bond, you must immediately check in with pretrial services, calling them in person. Signing up in person, calling them on Fridays, all the standard conditions plus special condition 17 and
There was a lady that had 180 earlier on.
so you can't go back to any Aldi, sir, none at all. Not the one that they're accused you of stealing from, not any Aldi at all while you're on pretrial. Have a great day.
Can you tell me my court date, sir?
Sure, it's 2 days before Christmas is your arraignment.
All right, thank you.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Mr. Terry, you're charged with domestic violence assault. Do you want the
wow.
public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I'll appoint the
118.
Public defender. Looked over your paperwork. I read it back in my office, setting your bond at $2,500, making a condition of pretrial release.
Clayton
If you
County.
bond out, you
Yeah, I
have to
have.
immediately check in with pretrial, sign up in person, calling them on Fridays. All the standard conditions plus special conditions 16 and 20. 16 says you can't be in possession of weapons, firearms, ammunition, or knives. 20 says you're not allowed to have contact. You are allowed to have contact with the victim, but this contact is prohibited from being physically or verbally threatening.
Oh, Maricopa's
You
gonna be
cannot
good.
Violent or abusive in any manner whatsoever.
They got the DA
Okay,
right
you
now.
get to go back home, you get to have contact with the alleged victim, but it can't be violent, it can't be threatening, it's gotta be peaceful,
I've never done
okay?
Sarasota.
Peaceful. Have a great day, sir.
I'm not gonna watch Maricopa. I actually have to get off after this court ends.
Told
I'm
you
just waiting for that
bonded.
lady to show up.
The next
gotta
one
take
is
a break.
Shannon Treaster.
But
He's
if you guys,
charged with resisting an officer without violence, possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia. Sir, do you want the public defender?
Yeah.
I'll appoint them to represent you. I looked over your paperwork. I'm taking note that you are out on bond on not one, but two separate felonies. You know, take a look as I finish up what these other felonies, the charges are.
One is possession of methamphetamine and possession of paraphernalia. The other is keeping a nuisance injurious to health and a violation of the Florida litter law, the felony version.
Thank you.
Kristen, it will be
Sir,
live on
Do
YouTube.
you want me to appoint the public defender?
Yeah.
All right, I think you did say yes already. I'll go ahead and appoint them. I've looked over your paperwork back in my office, finding probable cause. Going to set your bond on the resisting at 1,000.
Yeah, they
Your
went
bond
down
on the
yesterday,
Methamphetamine
but they're
at
back up
7,500. Your bond on the paraphernalia at 2,500.
at collect
And I
call
am
from.
going to-
Same as here.
Having found probable cause for these charges, going to revoke your
Right
bonds
here,
on
look.
the CF 25-6308 and CF 25-7481. Going to hold you no bond pursuant to the authority of Parker versus State and appoint the public defender on those two felony cases if they weren't previously appointed. Have a great day, sir.
Hey, thank you. I highly appreciate that, River.
Regarding you, Mr. Treaster. Mr. Treaster. Miss Stewart asked that I let Mr. Treaster know that she's aware that he was coming through court today and that she'll be in contact with him shortly to talk about his situation.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day, sir.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Hype Queen. Appreciate
Casey
you.
White.
Thank you for
Mr.
pinning
White,
that.
you're charged with failure to appear at arraignment on charges of possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I've looked over the paperwork related to this, the capias.
Thank you, Bella.
Finding probable cause. The judge that presided over the arraignment's the one that sets your bond, but he or she set it at 10,000 on the meth,
Damn,
2,000
thank
on
you,
the
Bella.
paraphernalia.
Good
The
looking
next
out.
court date is the 23rd of December, so you're aware.
Good, thank you.
Robert Williams.
Robert Williams.
He's got an open, now,
And those to appear, however, bonded after.
but it's all gonna depend on,
Damn, this court's been
the
3
date of the
hours.
offense
It
of
started at
this
10 a.m.
offense.
It's already 1.
Mr.
What up,
Matthews,
Candace?
the favors trying to determine if this is a parkerable offense.
I'm looking up CT 25-6603 as we speak.
Well,
We're still waiting on that
we'll need
lady.
to know when he bonded out, and then we'll need to know what the offense date was for the one that he was here for today.
School playground. Damn, they even got a translator right now in Maricopa. It hasn't started yet, but I'm looking at my other screen over here.
Offense date for the traffic case was August 27th of 2025.
Oh, it just started. They
Looking
got the
at
Spanish speakers.
Stats, see if we have a record of his.
I mean, when did he bond out on the felony?
I would ask the clerk to, I can look at the showcase, but they would be faster to know that. We don't.
Is
keep
that
track
is
of
this
the
lady
stats.
on your? Yeah, you can. Yeah, yellow. Yeah.
On Casey White,
Yes, sir.
CT 25-6603. Do you know when he bonded out?
How to watch Maricopa? Jumping on my YT page.
Or was it
At
placed on
collect call from.
pretrial?
I'll be back later on in the night. We'll do some. As a matter of fact, let me check if Connecticut did some border parole hearings today.
Okay, so it looks like he bonded out on
Let me see.
October 8th of 25.
October 8th of 25. He didn't go on pretrial, he didn't go on bond until
21st?
October
Oh, yeah, they
8th. And
did
you're
some
saying
today.
for the one he was here today, it predated, it was August 27th, if I heard you right?
You do East Coast. Florida's considered East Coast, right?
CF 258832. What's the allegation as far as the offense date?
You can watch
It may be 9/28.
Maricopa on my YT
If that's the
page
case,
at Collect Call From.
Then he committed that crime before he was ever on bond.
It was 9/28.
Yeah, so he's not, the dates are, but
It is.
Yeah.
Yellow.
yeah.
I stream that court all
Amy
day, every
Parker
day,
on
24 hours a
something
day on my YT page.
Happened before you went on. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, sir, what's your name?
Robert Williams.
All right, Mr. Williams, sorry to keep you waiting. Mr. Williams, you're charged with 2 new crimes and 2 violations of probation. The new crimes are possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. The VOPs are possession of meth and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender on each of these 4 matters?
Yes.
I'll appoint them to represent you. On the 2 VOPs, I find probable cause holding you no bond. On the 2 new offenses, based upon you being on probation with 44 pages of history, I'm going to set your bond on the cocaine possession at $7,500 and on the paraphernalia possession at $2,500. Have a nice day, sir.
Could you tell me my next court date?
Damn,
Sure.
Carson.
Make sure I'm reading it right here. It looks like they'll all go see the judge.
Hey,
They're
you're
all
not
felonies,
lying.
so they'll go together on December 23rd.
Okay.
Have a great day, sir.
Yeah, YT
Corey
doesn't go down.
Winston.
Mr. Winston, you're charged with possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. Sir, I've looked over your paperwork back in my office before court, finding probable cause. Looks like you got a little bit of history, but I'm gonna leave these bonds where they are, 5,000 on the cocaine, 1,000 on the paraphernalia. Have a great day, sir. Your court date, if you're wanting to know, is the 23rd. All right, real quick, Ms. Goins,
Where's-
Cassidy Key.
Where's she at?
As much as I appreciate someone might be incompetent, I don't know if being incompetent allows you to behave. So, I mean, I guess being insane,
Where is she?
incompetent, 2 different things.
Maybe, but I think she was actually psychotic.
Right, so that, I mean, and again, so I was just gonna say to you,
This is what I meant, but I understand that it was, getting pretty foul, but I'm saying, I think it was due to her mental illness. If you
No,
had
it's
that
not
way,
mental
not
illness.
see
Bring
the
her
truth.
out.
right.
And I understand, but I thought I needed to.
No, I was just gonna say to you, like I said, I don't want to give everybody that's incompetent.
She's not incompetent. I assure you, Your Honor.
Yeah, because I think, being incompetent, we have.
All of us, they knew. That judge knew that he knew that she's incompetent.
Psychotic or.
He was just trying to be a tough guy.
She's and
That's why he did it.
She
That's why they held her
she
to
has
the
been
end.
Determined incompetent to proceed and has been in F8 for quite a while. So I was just saying, when I saw her, I'm thinking, this is not just being a jerk because she had no reason to do it. It was just stuff. She said,
All of a sudden, they got a
I just-
conscience.
Sometimes I just feel like, you want to waive her presence so we can do her first appearance, or do you want to make her come back in?
Make her come back in.
I think we should do that.
I know the deputies don't want to have her come back in. I don't think we all want to hear what she has to say.
We want to
I just
hear
want
her.
to hear from you. I'm not going to obviously hold her in contempt or anything.
Hold
like
her in
that.
contempt.
But I just felt like, until it became clear to me that she might be going through some type of psychotic episode.
No, she's not
You do
going
get
through
from
anything
time to time people
psychotic.
that just get a little mouthy and
Oh, yeah.
then they bow up at you and you
This
gotta.
was something a little different, but I mean, it sounds just as bad.
She said, "Your mama
I
sucks
agree.
cocks in
So
hell."
let's do this. If you are okay waiving her presence, so we don't have to
No,
drag her back
don't
in
waive
here,
her.
at the risk of her even saying things that offends us all. She's charged with resisting without violence. I'll appoint the public defender on Cassidy Keene. I'll set her bond. She has an open case, but she's incompetent to proceed. So is she ROR on that one? She's been deemed to be incompetent.
Well, it's F8, it might be.
What's COPPA?
Well, she said F8, but the open case is MM 253082. They probably quickly adopted the findings in the F8 case. But can y'all just real quick tell me if,
I know why I said that. There's always a reason why I say these things, because I looked on the computer and I saw where she had been found incompetent to proceed on a felony. And then there was the misdemeanor cases that she had. And so she continues to be incompetent. That's the issue. Whether she's restorable or not, I don't know if that's been determined.
Sure. No, anytime the pretrial feeds me information such as open case.
Cup in Spanish.
Possibly Park or someone. I understand these are different circumstances. I'm just curious. If she's incompetent to proceed in that case, then she's been ROR. That's what we do in county court.
Yes, sir.
Yes, in county court. That's correct.
So she would.
This is Polk County, Florida.
So she's ROR and I can't park her even if I wanted to.
Yes.
Not saying I wanted to, but even if I wanted to, I couldn't.
Yes.
So on this one, I'll just set her bond at 1,000, having
She
found
said your
probable
mama sucks
cause,
cocks in
and then
hell.
letting,
Not word for word, but
Please
something
take its
similar to that.
course. Yes, sir.
Very good. Thanks, Judge.
You bet, Mr. Lane. Thank you, deputies. I appreciate your help today. Have a great
Yeah,
weekend. If I
hey
don't
guys,
see you, have a great
I do
Thanksgiving.
appreciate you guys. If you guys want to watch Maricopa County, go ahead and jump on over to @CollectCallFrom on YT. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream because I gotta get ready and I need to get out the door. But hey, I do appreciate you guys. Hit that follow button. I am Collect Call James. You guys are watching. You have a Collect Call From, and like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, I'm out. And I'll be back tonight for some Board of Parole hearings. We're gonna have women tonight, so definitely stay tuned. I'll either be back like around 10 or 11 sometime later on tonight. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out. A rato.